Visit the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing and embark on a flavor-filled journey right in the heart of the Wenatchee Valley.
Batter up for a big milestone. A proud sponsor of today's game, the Salcedo Group of Companies, is celebrating 25 years of trusted HVAC, electrical, and development work in our valley. Beyond their expertise, Salcedo is hitting it out of the park with philanthropy, generously supporting over 70 nonprofits, churches, and schools across Chelan, Douglas, and Grant counties. They're proud to be locally grown and committed to keeping our valley a great place to call home. Thank you, Salcedo Group of Companies.
Hey, Sox fans, we're here with Kanoa Morisaki, a third-time AppleSox. In all 3 years, you have been to the postseason. You're back again this year. How do you describe playoff baseball at Paul Thomas?
It's fun here. It's fun. Last year we had to go out to Bellingham, but in 2024 we got to play the North Championship here, and it was a great time.
You beat the Falcons last night, 9-0. You shut them out. What was working in Game 1 of the series?
Our pitching kept us in it the whole time. Shutting them out was huge, and then our bats did their thing and put up a 9 spot.
And, I mean, obviously a long travel day today. You woke up today in Kelowna. You make the drive down here to Wenatchee. How does that kind of factor into the approach for Game 2?
We're ready to play. I think we do great on travel days, so we're ready for this.
Mentioned it before, this is your third time now playing postseason baseball in the WCL. What's been maybe your favorite memory of playing in playoffs with the AppleSox?
I think winning the North 2 years ago was my favorite memory.
What's the approach? Game 2 of this series, with one win, you could be going to play for a North Division championship. What is the approach in the locker room?
We're just going to keep playing the AppleSox baseball that we've been doing all season, scoring runs and playing good defense.
Kanoa Morisaki, thank you so much.
Thank you.
The Taffy Shop in Leavenworth wished the AppleSox the best on the field this season. Locally owned since 1987, the Taffy Shop has more than 100 flavors of wonderful tasting taffy. Watch the unique taffy puller demonstration as you pick out that special flavor. The Taffy Shop has nostalgic metal signs and posters, candies from the 40s and 50s, and many collectible tins. Circle the bases with a trip to the Taffy Shop in the Mottler Building at 900 Front Street in Leavenworth.
Hey, it's Stacy with the Floor Factory, is Flooring America. Whether you're looking for a small project or a large one, from special order options to our large selection of in-stock, we can help you. From the latest color and style trends or to more of a classic style, we can help you. Carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl, laminate, and even sheet vinyl. Come check out our newly updated showroom and our last chance bargain basement. They're great for do-it-yourself, or we have professional installation available too at 13 South Wenatchee Avenue. It's where friends send friends to the Floor Factory.
Looking for a quality used Euro car? Visit Wenatchee Euro Import Auto Sales in East Wenatchee by the airport. Locally owned with vehicles fully inspected, serviced, and reconditioned by Eric's European and Asian Auto Repair. Don't buy a mystery car from another sales lot when you can buy with confidence from the team at Wenatchee Euro Import Auto Sales, next to Eric's Euro and Wenatchee Rental Cars. Check out their inventory at WenatcheeEuro.com or call 509-888-7697.
Foster parents provide the safety, love, and nurturing every child deserves. Many kids are just looking for someone to talk to have fun with, to share their life with. Interested in being a foster parent? Call K Connections at 888-2006. That's 888-2006. K Connections, enhancing the lives of those they serve at 2121 North Wenatchee Avenue.
And then the AppleSox set the tone in Game 1 of the playoffs last night. They shot down the Falcons 9-0. They struck early, putting up 2 in the first, and they coasted their way to the 5th inning where they tacked on another 2. Then for insurance in the 7th, they tacked on 5 runs, and of course your final score 9-0 there. Your player of the game, Raphael Dunn, had a real standout performance. 3 hits for him. He went 3 for 5 with 2 doubles and RBI as well. The youngster who's in the leadoff spot for the Sox just really put on a show there in his first postseason game as an AppleSox. And then, of course, what's new? Pitching was flawless.
Yeah, I mean, talk about pitching there. Mitch Haythorne, he's had the Falcons number all season long, picked up his 5th win of the season there. 6 scoreless innings, surrendered only 4 hits, no walks at all, and tallied 6 strikeouts on the day. Joe Thornton came in just for 1 inning and faced a 3-up, 3-down there, just to manage that situation. Then Joe Skyleman, the Wenatchee native, closed it off, 2 scoreless innings, 2 hits there, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. But, you know, Smith, this could have been a complete completely different ball game. In the 5th inning, there was, of course, 2 runs tallied by the Sox. It was honestly a very easy inning-ending play. It was an error by the shortstop by the Falcons there, and it was a candy hop right to his chest. He just sailed the throw to first, and if he completed that play, it would have stayed a 2-0 ball game. Kelowna could have had a way to come back there, have the foot in the door, but then the 5 runs in the 7th, just a nail in the coffin, and Kelowna really just not able to get anything that going the whole entire game. Of course, we talk about their bullpen. It's the best in the league. Of course, it showed last night. Tonight, most likely going to show, as well. We got a great performance there. And really, the AppleSox can just keep on looking to keep the momentum they have right now and hopefully carry that into the West Coast League Championship game of the North Division.
And Kelowna's a team that has had a bit of an up and down year. You look at the very start of the year, it got out to a rocky start. Then they picked up some momentum through about midway through the first half of the season, carried that all the way through past the second half break, and into the series they played with Wenatchee right out in the start of the second half. And the AppleSox won that series. And then, of course, they went on a bit of a cold streak, and then they went and played. They welcomed the AppleSox to Elk Stadium for that start of that 6-game road trip, and the Sox swept them at home. And that was kind of another real rough patch for them. And then in the last little sliver of the season, they really turned it on and allowed themselves to punch that ticket to that 4-seed spots in the postseason, and that's why they're playing the Sox now. And one of the things that's stayed really consistent for Kelowna is the pitching staff. They aren't the best, but they are kind of up there on the podium for a lot of stats. They have the 3rd best ERA at 4.16. They have the 3rd best whip at 1.44. They have the 2nd fewest walks at 213, so it goes the AppleSox and then Kelowna. And then for strikeouts, they strike out the 2nd fewest, which is a bit shocking. They've only struck out 393 batters as a pitching staff, so they don't really rely on the punch-out all that much. It's a lot of ground-outs, fly-outs, using their defense to get out of games. Last night, that just really didn't show. They just weren't really able to get out of some situations, specifically in the 1st, 5th, and 7th innings. You know, for the Falcons last night, it was Max Biddle who got the start, and he went 5 innings, allowing 6 hits and 4 runs, only 2 of which were earned. Then it was Cade Weber who took over for an inning and 2/3, giving up 5 hits and 5 runs, only 2 of which were earned. Andrew Sanchez, 1 1/3 innings, giving up 2 hits and holding the Sox scoreless. And then Josh Butters, who closed it out and held the Sox hitless and scoreless as well. But really, it was just those runs given up by Biddle, Weber, and Sanchez that kind of dug the grave for the Falcons. Then again, they lost 9-0, and the Sox really showing no signs of stopping. Heading into the postseason, now into Game 2, 1 win away from heading on to a North Division Championship appearance. And everybody here at Paul Thomas, they're hoping to see them get done here in Game 2 of the series. Hey, don't go anywhere. We'll talk all about the pitching matchup due up here in the second game in just a little bit on the AppleSox Radio Network.
NCW.News is your source for accurate and intensely local news across North Central Washington. Part of Ward Media, an independent company committed to local journalism, NCW.News provides stories from our network-respected community newspapers. Stay informed with news from the Lakeshore Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.News and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit NCW.News for local news you can trust.
Your teenage years are full of unknowns. Your bank shouldn't be one of them. With People's Bank Teen Access Checking, account holders can build healthy money habits while learning to manage their spending. There are no monthly service charges, no balance requirements, and if the parent or guardian has an existing People's Bank account, adding Teen Access takes less than 10 minutes. You know your teen, we know banking. Teen Access Checking from People's Bank. Easy for them, easier for you. Member FDIC.
Hi folks, Kelly Herschel from Valley Tractor and Rentals, your one-stop Kubota shop. Kubota and Valley Tractor is keeping it simple. You want the best-selling compact tractor? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact excavator? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact skid steer? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling diesel zero-turn mower? Buy a Kubota. You want the best? Buy a Kubota. Kubota and Valley Tractor since 1948, Baker Flats, East Wenatchee.
Get drawn for Raceway Riches at 12 Tribes Casinos, and your horse will be a guaranteed winner. One lucky guest will be drawn every hour from 5 to 10 p.m. to watch their horse barrel down our Clinco Hill to win up to $5,000 every Friday and Saturday in July and August. Then on August 29th, get drawn for the finale to share in a total of $55,000 at 12 Tribes Omac Casino Hotel, Lake Chelan Casino, and Coulee Dam Casino. 12 Tribes Casinos. Far from the ordinary, close to the adventure. Gambling problem? Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-522-4700.
Game 2 of the series versus the Falcons, and here the Sox and the Falcons are rolling out two right-handers. Jackson, who are the Sox rolling out today?
Yeah, the Sox got the incoming freshman to St. Mary's, Vincent DeMarco. Tonight is his fourth start of the season and sixth appearance, a 2.81 ERA, one of the best on the squad there. He has a 1-0 record. That win coming in the game of Victoria, where he tossed 7 scoreless innings and, man, picked up 2 strikeouts there, and he didn't let a single runner reach second base in that ball game. He has 16 total innings pitched this season with 10 hits, 6 runs, 5 of which were earned, 8 walks, and 13 strikeouts. So DeMarco is not a big, swing and miss guy. He's somebody who comes out there, gets easy pop-ups, quick, efficient ground balls, and really speeds up the pace of the ball game.
And for the Falcons, it's another incoming freshman. It's Mason Zobel, who's a two-way guy. He's pitching today. He's also DHing for himself as well. So he's on the mound, and he's swinging the twig as well. He's 6 feet tall, 175 pounds. He's committed to Sierra College for next year. And he's a guy who joined the Falcons a little late in the second half. And the Sox actually faced him in one of those games in that series they played on the road right in the last little stretch of the regular season. So they've already seen Zobel once. They're seeing him again here at Paul Thomas. And looking at Zobel's stats this year, 2 wins, no losses, a 2.08 ERA. So very efficient there. He's made 3 appearances. This will be his 4th, and this will also be his 3rd start as well. He's pitched 13 innings on the dot, allowed 11 hits. He's struck out 8, but walked 10. So he's left wanting there in the strikeout to walk ratio. But he's another guy very, very similar to DeMarco in a sense. An incoming freshman who's committed to a call. He's hasn't gotten a ton of outings this year. Joined the team in the second half, maybe a little bit later. So it's kind of mirror images of each other on the mound for the Sox and for the Falcons as well. And it's really exciting. This is what you like to see in West Coast League baseball. 2 young kids who are playing here. They're both getting the start in Game 2 of a playoff series. And this is really where DeMarco's mettle is going to get tested, right? He's had some good outings this year in the regular season, but the question is, does he show up in the postseason?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see here. DeMarco, a guy who, like you said, he is young, but he has showed maturity on the mound. In his first appearance, it was against Yakima. It was a relief outing. He came in about 30 minutes before the actual game, and he just shoved. He picked up many strikeouts in that ball game, and I have no doubt that DeMarco is going to have his mettle tested tonight, but I do see him coming out on top, Smith.
Like I said, he's 6 feet tall, 165 pounds, but he runs his fastball to the low to mid-90s. So he's one of those guys who's not bigger than you, he's not stronger than you, but he's just got a, God's gift to man type of arm with that right arm, and his mechanics are flawless. So that's how he's able to generate so much speed with the fastball, and the breaking pitches are just impressive as well. So all around, DeMarco has been really fun to watch this summer. Now you get to see him in the postseason, and no doubt the kid is going to put on a show, and I can't wait to see it here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Again, I'm Smith Sly, joined by Jackson Dodd on the AppleSox Radio Network. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for a little bit more pregame coverage.
Getting bored with the white walls in your house? Let Exterior Solutions and Alexandria Moldings brighten up your interior. Available in various sizes, Alexandria Moldings lends to great project ideas. Use them to build up beautiful moldings, design wall and ceiling panels, and practical shelves. They can also revive your staircases to their natural shine. Exterior Solutions can help you find just what you need. Alexandria Moldings at Exterior Solutions, 151st Street Southeast in East Wenatchee.
The Loop Trail Cafe wish the AppleSox the best of success this season. Locally owned, the Loop Trail Cafe has a great menu for breakfast and lunch. Start your morning off with a local famous zombie or breakfast burrito and a cup of coffee or tea. During the hot summer, you'll find ice cream cones. Get a scoop on the Loop. The Loop Trail Cafe, across from the splash pad in the Riverfront Center building at 1 5th Street, Suite 160 in Wenatchee.
What makes us so unique in the community is our pledge to generosity and excellence. At the heart of the Moeller family and our dedicated staff lies an unwavering dedication to the well-being of our community. We are proud of our role as a local family-owned funeral service provider. For us, it's not just about conducting funeral services, it's about extending a hand of compassion and support through life's most challenging moments. We stand ready to walk with you through these difficult times at your pace, caring for and supporting you each step of the way. Brookside Funeral Home, where compassion meets commitment.
When you need prescriptions filled, visit Wenatchee Clinic Pharmacy. Locally owned and in business since 1945, Wenatchee Clinic Pharmacy is your friendly Health Mart pharmacy ready to serve you. They've made it their goal to meet the special healthcare needs of families throughout North Central Washington. Stop in or use their convenient drive-thru to get all your questions answered and prescriptions filled. Wenatchee Clinic Pharmacy, 509-662-5801 and at 820 North Chelan.
One win away from an appearance in the North Division Championship game, and the Sox want to get it done here in Game 2 versus the Falcons. But, Jackson, who are they starting today?
Yeah, Smith, a very similar lineup from both sides, actually, but especially the Falcons, reminiscent of Game 1 yesterday. It's Cade Burham. He leads it off. He's at shortstop today, batting .242. Right behind him is Cade Prosevsky. He's in right field. He came in to pinch hit about halfway through the ball game yesterday up at Elk Stadium. Batting third, it's Ashton Graff Rowe. He's over at third base, the hits leader and also stolen base leader. 47 hits and 11 stolen bases there. Batting cleanup, it's Nolan Everwine. He's in center field. He leads the team in walks with 32 and also doubles with 9. Right behind him, catching balls and strikes, it's Josh Cunningham. Batting sixth in left field, it's Austin Coyle. He bats exactly .250 there. Right behind him, it's Jaden Moreno. He's at first base, tall guy there. Did not have a great day yesterday, but looks to get some redemption today. Then it's Boogie McNeil. He's at second base, and Boogie found out yesterday, Smith. Boogie McNeil, his walk-up song is Boogie Wonderland by Earth, Wind, and Fire. You'd love to see that there. And right behind him, it's Mason Zobo, the pitcher and also DH in this ball game. He's 0 for 6 so far. He does have a walk, so he's at least reached on base, but not a lot to see from him so far.
Now, you mentioned it too, Jackson, the fact that the starting lineup for the AppleSox is pretty similar to what it's been here for the last few stages of the second half of the season. In the leadoff spot, who else but Raphael Dunn over at second base? Then it's Noah Fields out in right. Batting third, it's Landon White, who DHs today. Batting fourth, it's Zach Doyle in straightaway center. Then it's James Casanola over at third base. Batting sixth, it's Ryder Young in left field. Batting seventh, it's Kanoa Morisaki, who's catching today, and your Tommy Watanabe Award winner. They just announced it here at the ballpark, so Kanoa Morisaki, congratulations to you. You're the Tommy Watanabe Award winner. We'll talk a little bit more about that in the broadcast. Batting eighth, it's Paxton Bigby over at first base. And rounding it out, it's Reese Vassar, Quincy's brother, over at short. On the mound, it's Vincent DeMarco. And then, of course, on the mound for the Falcons, Mason Zobel. So a pair of incoming freshmen, a pair of righties facing each other here in Game 2 of the series. As we're just underway here for lineup announcements and both national anthems at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Don't go anywhere. It's AppleSox Baseball only on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Have you ever thought about how much you're on your feet? A comfortable pair of boots can make a real difference. If you've had a hard time finding a good pair of boots, visit Neil's Boots, Shoes, and Repair, where you'll find a good selection of Danner boots, including Light 2s, Vicious, and Radical 453s. They also carry Smoke Jumper and Hawthorne white boots. Neil's Boots, Shoes, and Repair, 811 South Wenatchee Avenue.
AppleSox fans, if a foul ball leaves your car with a rock chip or broken windshield, take it to Discount Auto Glass. Locally owned, Discount Auto Glass specializes in rock chip repair, windshield replacement, mobile service, window tinting, and calibration service on all makes and models. Get your rock chip repaired at Discount Auto Glass, 888-0072 and at 901 Valley Mall Parkway in East Wenatchee, across from 7-Eleven.
Running a business is no small task. Hi, this is Jeff Rounds, president of Libke Insurance. At Libke Insurance, we take the headache out of shopping for the right insurance protection. Our experienced agents will review our numerous top companies to find the right protection at the best price. Let us take care of the rest so you can concentrate on your business. Let's talk today.
Libke Insurance. Call 888-902-1800. Online at Libke.com.
We're gonna take a ride, we're going down to Easy's Burgers where the food I've come to the conclusion that one useless man is called a disgrace, that two are called a law firm, and that three or more become a Congress. And by God, I have had this Congress.
250 years ago, the spark was lit, and a new America was forged in the flames. From the Numerica Performing Arts Center and Jamie Donegan Productions, Hot August Nights features Tony Award-winning musical 1776. July 31st through August 15th at the Numerica Pack. Tickets for 1776 now on sale at numericapack.org.
Mission Ridge, proud sponsor of AppleSox Baseball, says, let's go, Sox. Hope you're enjoying the game. Head up to the Chair 5 Pub at Mission Ridge. Open Fridays through Sundays all summer long. It's your spot for great food, local drinks, and unbeatable mountain views high above the valley. Whether you're wrapping up a day on the trails, looking to cool off from the summer heat, or just want a relaxed place to hang out with friends and family, the Chair 5 Pub delivers. Keep the good times rolling after the final inning. Visit missionridge.com to learn more.
Wenatchee businesses, step up to the plate. Firefly is your hometown MVP for managed IT and cybersecurity, protecting your time and tech since 1992. For a limited time, Firefly is offering a free vulnerability scan to help pinpoint the gaps in your security and bring clarity to your risks before they turn into errors on the scoreboard. Call 509-663-TECH today to secure your scan and stop the bad guys from stealing home.
Hey, get the goat off the AC vent. This time of year, we are right there with the goat, hanging out and trying to stay cool.
Folks can start quotes on our website, WenatcheeInsurance.com.
And you can schedule an in-person video or phone appointment. No one should have to sweat about insurance.
We are a locally owned, independent agency, so we can walk people through a variety of options.
Make sure you're covered, maybe even save some money. So give us a call or text today, 509-295-9055.
And then get back to the AC with the goat.
At Banner Bank, cheering on the AppleSox is just one more way they show their appreciation for the Wenatchee Valley. When it comes to your finances, it's all about how they can help you move forward with truly personal service, smart financial solutions, and being the local expert by your side when it matters most. In fact, Banner Bank has been named one of the 100 best banks in America by Forbes for 10 straight years and one of Newsweek's best regional banks again this year. Stop by your local Wenatchee branch or visit bannerbank.com. Banner Bank member FDIC.
Let's give a big hand to a proud sponsor of today's game, the Salcedo Group of Companies. Celebrating 25 years of serving our valley, Salcedo does it all, from top-tier HVAC and electrical expertise to major local development. Today, they're proving their philanthropic heart by supporting over 70 local organizations across Chelan, Douglas, and Grant counties, including our very own Wenatchee AppleSox. Locally grown and deeply committed, Salcedo continues to invest in everything that makes our valley home. Thank you, Salcedo Group of Companies.
NCW.news is your source for accurate and intensely local news across North Central Washington. Part of Ward Media, an independent company committed to local journalism, NCW.news provides stories from our network-respected community newspapers. Stay informed with news from the Lake Chelan Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.news and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit ncw.news for local news you can trust.
Hit a home run with LocalTel Communications. For over 40 years, we've been Central Washington's trusted telecom provider, delivering fast internet and reliable phone service. Whether you're streaming the big game, video chatting with loved ones, or running your business smoothly, LocalTel has you covered. Join the LocalTel family today and enjoy the best connectivity in the region. Visit us at localtel.com to learn more.
Oh, Canada, and the Star-Spangled Banner sang beautifully here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, and we're just about underway here in Wenatchee. If you're wondering why the game hasn't started yet, and it's 6:41 p.m., it's because, well, here at the ballpark, we announced both rosters for the AppleSox and the Falcons. And when I say rosters, I mean every single member on the team, which took a little bit and has pushed our start time back a little bit. But speaking of rosters and lineups, Jackson, who are the Sox and the Falcons rolling out here today?
Yeah, first for the Falcons, take a look. It's Cade Burnham. He leads it off. He's in short today. Batting second, Cade Prasevsky. He's in right. Batting third, the third baseman, Ashton Graffro. Cleanup, and in center field, it's Nolan Eberwine. Batting fifth, catching balls and strikes, Josh Cunningham is there. Then in left field, it's Austin Coyle. Batting seventh, it's Jaden Moreno. He's at first base. Batting eighth, Boogie McNeil. He's over at second. And lastly, batting ninth is the pitcher, Mason Zobel. For the Sox Smith, it's Rafael Dunn, of course, in that leadoff spot. He's at second as usual. Batting second, Noah Fields. He's in right. Batting third in designated hitting, it's Landon White. Cleanup spots, the center fielder, Zach Doyle. Batting fifth, it's James Castanol. He's over at third as usual. Then right behind him, Ryder Young. He's in left. Catching balls and strikes, it's Kano Morisaki, your Tommy Watanabe award-winning for this season. Then right behind him, it's Paxton Bigby. He's at first. And batting ninth, it's Reese Faster at short.
You mentioned the Tommy Watanabe Award. It was given out here earlier today during our pregame ceremonies. And Kano Morisaki, your Tommy Watanabe Award winner. No one better, really.
Yeah.
A 3-year AppleSox. Obviously, the award named after Tommy Watanabe, a former AppleSox who only played for a little bit in Wenatchee, passed away in 2017. And his memory is kept alive here, year after year, with the Watanabe Award. Here comes Cade Burnham, climbing into the right side as DeMarco on the mound. From the windup, delivers today's first pitch. Pulls the fastball outside for a ball, and we are underway at 6:43 p.m. Just a wee bit late. 1-0 count here on Burnham, who leads off for the Falcons. DeMarco, next offering. And he puts the fastball on the bottom rung, and that's strike one.
And of course, the three-man umpiring crew today, Smith here for the playoffs. And, you know, Canada always has a three-man umpiring crew. Here at Paul Thomas, don't see it too much.
Here's the 1-1 from DeMarco. And that's upstairs. He misses for a ball. And yeah, the Sox playing in Kelowna yesterday. You went up and traveled for that. Played the first game of the series there. And now back here for potentially 2 games here at Paul Thomas. Here's the 2-1. And he hits this one high to the right side. Twisting foul. And out of play, as both Dunn and Bigby gave it a long look, and neither can make the catch.
Yeah, Rafael Dunn made some plays just like that one there earlier yesterday. That one's a bit farther than he did yesterday, but man, he ranges back past, right field foul territory near the bullpen area. He slides and snags it. That guy has an incredible range.
2 strikes on Burnham. Pitch from DeMarco. He got him. Fastball high and away. Burnham chases after it. And DeMarco, the kid, starts this game with a punch-out.
Yeah, and DeMarco doesn't get a lot of punch-outs. More of a weak contact guy. But, hey, maybe trying to switch it up tonight for the postseason.
And drags up Caden Przofsky, the kid from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Batting from the left side. Like you said, came in to pinch hit last night. Gets the start today in right field. He's got 1 away and no one on. Here's the first offering from DeMarco. Fastball on the outside corner, perfectly placed, strike one.
And you mentioned pregame Smith, DeMarco. Fastball's at 90 miles an hour. He's only 18 years old.
0-1 count on Przofsky. The pitch. Sky to the right side. Bigby at first, ranging into foul ground. Called off by Dunn. No, Bigby takes it himself, and he cannot make the catch. It fell right into his glove, looked like he had it, and Butterfingers, it slips out of the leather, and it's just a foul ball. And it'll go down as an error on Bigby. You don't see that every day. Really a pop out in foul ground, and Bigby, really just a mental mistake there.
Yeah.
He went for the one-handed catch, probably should have two-handed that, Would have made it a little bit easier. Probably wouldn't have dropped it. 2 strikes now on Przofsky, batting the 2-hole today for the Falcons. Game 2 of the series. DeMarco, here's a pitch. And he skips it in the turf, right past the toes of Przofsky. It's ball 1.
I mean, I understand, postseason want to be a little flashy there, but this is the time when you need to go back to your fundamentals and just secure the out.
1-2 count. DeMarco gets his signs. He winds, and he fires. just high and just away. That's ball 2. Sox wearing their baby blue jerseys today with the white pants and the red hats, as always. And the Falcons wearing their all-gray jerseys. Here's a 2-2. On the hands, shot foul to the AppleSox dugout, and Brzozowski able to stay alive.
Yeah, that really rung up Brzozowski's hands, 92 miles an hour on the handle. Surprised he even got a piece of that.
Like I said, Brzozowski from Saskatoon. Just played his first year at the College of the Deserts. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Shot back foul, and again, Brzozowski stays alive.
College of the Desert. What a college name.
It's my favorite name of any college, specifically for college baseball. Obviously, College of the Desert. Quite a few guys come out of there. There's a guy on the Cougs this year for Washington State who was, he hails from the College of the Desert, transferred in. 2-2 pitch again to Brzozowski. And that's spiked in front of home plate. It spits away from Morisaki, and the count fills up on Brzozowski.
Rodney the Roadrunner. That's the mascot there for the College of the Desert. You know, quite fitting.
Yeah, it checks out. 3-2 count. DeMarco with no one on and one away. Here's the payoff to Brzozowski. Pulled it inside. The fastball misses. That's ball 4, and Brzozowski works a quality at bats.
You know, what could have been, the second out of this inning now turns into a free pass, and that's why errors come back to bite you. You got to avoid them at all costs.
And now you bring up a pretty dangerous bat from the right side, Ashton Graff-Rowe, who's playing third base today, batting in the 3-hole. Leads the team for hits at 47 so far this year, 19 RBIs for him. And also a team lead for stolen bases at 11. So he's got power and speed. And of course, DeMarco's also got some power. Running his fastball into the low 90s here today. And from the stretch, delivers to Rowe. Fastball high and outside, and it's ball 1. And the Falcons have Brzozowski at first base now. Just drew that walk. Worked a quality at bat. He got behind in 2 strikes and then worked it full and then took ball 4. Now he's on first base with 1 away here in the top of the first inning. 1-0 count on Rowe. Pitch from DeMarco. Pitch is on the lower outside corner. Rowe flinched the hands but holds up, and it's strike 1.
Beautifully painted by DeMarco, And then MLB, they might challenge that there, but with the ABS system, that would touch the zone and still go down as a strike.
And the ABS challenge system changing baseball. Obviously, every team gets 2 challenges going into a game. And if you mess up a challenge, you lose that one. Here's the 1-1. And Rowe fouls is off to the screen, and now 2 strikes on him. And if you get it right, you retain your challenge. So similar to how other challenges for plays in the field work, same thing for ABS. And now you're starting to see, where some of these big leaguers, they have incredible senses for the strike zone. I'd love to see Kainoa Santiago get try the ABS challenge system. 1-2 count on Rowe. Here's the pitch. Slider, got him swinging. And an ugly swing from Rowe. And DeMarco gets his 2nd strikeout tonight.
Yeah, so the first time I'd seen the ABS system was in the 2023 Futures game over at T-Mobile Park there. And, it's a bit of a new thing. Nobody really knew what it was, but it was really cool to see. And, of course, now it's just the huge.
So now with 2 outs, it's Nolan Eberwein in the start today in center field for the Falcons. He's got a runner on, but 2 outs. Both coming off punch outs from DeMarco. It's the right-hander. Long hold, kicks and deals. And the fastball misses a bit low and a bit outside. And so you got the old school catching the new school. Morisaki behind the plate. DeMarco on the mound. DeMarco going to St. Mary's for next year. And Morisaki in his 3rd year as an AppleSox. And his 3rd postseason run now as well. As DeMarco checks in on first base, and Brzozowski back in head first.
Yeah, Smith, and last year in Game 2 of, this series, it was in Bellingham. Saki was in relief. He tossed 5 innings in a 13-inning game.
1-0 pitch on the way to Eberwein. Low and inside, skips off the white lines. Back-to-back balls on Eberwein.
But, this summer, he's kind of hung up the arm. He did pitch once this season, but that was kind of a fluke. It was a bit of a blowout.
Chances are we'll most likely only see him catching for this series, unless something crazy happens. 2-0 pitch. Here it is from DeMarco. That's low again. It's ball 3. Yeah, Morisaki, when he joined the team in 2024, He joined as a shortstop, basically. Caught a little bit, pitched as well. And, over time is slowly, he's lost the shortstop aspect of the game. He's lost the pitching aspect of the game. He's consolidating down to being a catcher. But he's a guy who's a real multi-purpose player on your team. And here's a 3-0 pitch. DeMarco from the stretch, the pitch. Battles back into the zone. That's strike one. Here comes DeMarco.
And he's got the mentality for it, too. There's guys who have the ability to play many different spots, but sometimes they just don't want to. But Cano is a guy who's willing to go out and put it all out for his team no matter what the role is.
He's very grateful to be able to play the game of baseball. It's a 3-1 count on Eberwein. The pitch. Runner takes off. Wave and a miss at the top of the zone. Fouled back to Morisaki's glove. They don't throw down. They allow Brzezowski to swipe second base. So runner in scoring position, but 2 strikes and 2 outs.
DeMarco looking for his third punch out today. Not a big strikeout guy, but hey, started off here right.
He could strike out the side here. Not in order, but it would strike out the side. Here's the payoff. Fouled back, and Eberwein spoils it.
DeMarco, fastball heavy. He'll mix in the slider and the off-speed pitches when he gets ahead in the count. See what he'll go to here.
And fastball heavy is really the way to describe this pitching staff for Wenatchee. Quincy Vassar loves to attack with the fastball and occasionally sprinkle in the breaking pitch. Here's another payoff on the way to Eberwein. They got him. Swinging strike 3, and DeMarco strikes out the side to start today's game. No runs, no hits, no errors, and one man stranded at second base. 3.
With great power comes great responsibility. And here in Chelan County, we take these words to heart. We stand on the shoulders of innovators. These leaders risked everything on hydropower. And today we are responsible to serve the residents of Chelan County. We serve with dedication and grit. And we'll never forget a commitment to make electricity affordable for everyone.
Local ciders, plus a full bar and local wine list, there's something for everyone. Their chef-driven seasonal menu showcases the freshest local ingredients with bold American and Pan-Asian flavors in every dish. Open daily, visit the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing and embark on a flavor-filled journey right in the heart of the Wenatchee Valley.
Vincent DeMarco struck out the side in the top of the first to start this game. Not in order, but still 3 strikeouts for the kid. Now into the bottom of the first, the Sox will swing it for the first time here in Game 2 of the series. And Jackson, we've said it a couple times, but who are the Sox starting today?
Yeah, third time's a charm. Raphael Dunn, he leads it off right behind him. It's Noah Fields. Batting third, the DH, laying in a white cleanup spot. It's Zach Doyle. Batting fifth, James Casanova. Batting sixth, it's Ryder Young. Seventh spot, Kanoa Morisaki. Batting eighth, Paxton Bigby. And batting ninth, it's Reese Vassar.
And a familiar sight here, Raphael Dunn in the leadoff spot. He was your player of the game last night, and really that was kind of a no-duh selection. He went 3 for 5 last night, 2 doubles, and was really the bulkier offense. In a game where you blew out the Falcons 9-0, Dunn really shined at the plates. And he's got a 34 game on base streak. He's still yet to have a game as an AppleSox where he's not at least reached first base. As Zobel set on the mound, steps back, kicks, and delivers to Dunn. Swing and a foul back to Cunningham glove, and Dunn falls behind 0-1.
And both of Dunn's doubles yesterday towards center field, left center field gap. So he's seeing and hitting the ball well, hitting it to the deepest part of the park.
0-1 pitch on the way to him. That's in the dirt. Cunningham wears it off the chest, and the count evens. And Dunn, an all-star for good reason. He's had a great season with the Sox. Joined a little late, but he's still batting .338 coming into today. Team lead for doubles at 12. 2 of those come in last night, and a team lead for stolen bases. Here's the 1-1. Chopper to first. Moreno, it eats him up. It gets between his legs. He loses it in his shoelaces, and Dunn will reach first base, make it 35 straight games on base for Dunn.
And that's the type of ground ball, Smith, where you have to charge. If it's skipping, you can wait back on it, but when it's hopping like that, you have to get the high hop, because then, unfortunately, you're going to get eaten up just like that.
Here comes Noah Fields with an early base runner on for Wenatchee, and still no outs. Should have been a tailor-made ground out to first, but Moreno, lights were too bright. Sun's shining right at him at first base. As Fields digs in, righty-on-righty matchup here. Zobel, the kick and the pitch. Dunn takes off for second base. The pitch was high and inside. They throw down, and they can't get him. Dunn, 23 stolen bases this year, and he continues to lead the Sox.
And stealing on Cunningham is a feat as well. Cunningham has a great arm. It was a laser down there, but Dunn, a great jump, and of course, as we know, great speed.
The last time Cunningham was here, he gunned down 2 runners for the AppleSox. That was in that series here at home earlier in the year, still in the second half. As the count now 0-1 on Fields. As Zobel delivers, slider dropped in for a strike.
Yeah, Fields struggled yesterday. Pair of strikeouts and also 2 groundouts as well, going 0 for 4. Did score once. He started the 7th inning with a hit by pitch.
So no balls, 2 strikes on Fields, no outs, and a runner in scoring position. That's done. And we're still scoreless here in the bottom of the first inning. As Zobel steps off and gets a redo of the signs. Sox would like to strike first here. I know him better than Fields to possibly swap spots with Dunn at second. He's behind in the count 0-2. Here's the pitch from Zobel. Slider grounded weakly to third. Grabbed by Rowe. Sets his feet. Throws. Took him off the base. And that allows Fields to reach base. It kicks Dunn into third. And the defense here early on for the Falcons is just not looking crisp.
And Moreno's arguing he got a tag down on Fields, but the first base umpire not in an angle to see it. So, of course, it will award the bag towards Fields.
So it's back-to-back errors. An error on Moreno to put Dunn on base, and now an error on Rowe at third to allow Fields to get on base. Now runners on the corners, first and third for Landon White. Another all-star, hit leader and RBI leader as well. And first pitch to him is on the bottom rung. He takes it for a strike.
Yeah, White was, initially your first baseman majority of the season, and now turning into the DHing role.
Of course, you got Paxton Bigby at first. It's an opportunity to let Landon White just swing the twig. And he takes another pitch on the bottom rung. Back-to-back pitches in that same location. Now 0-2 the count.
And Zobel last outing against the Sox was July 29th. It was 4 innings. He surrendered 2 hits, 4 runs, but only 1 was earned. A lot of errors by Kelowna, which is already showing here.
He also DH'd for himself in that game as well. 0-2 count on White. The pitch. Ran it inside. He takes, and it's ball 1.
And to cap it all off, he also had 4 strikeouts there, so honestly it was a decent outing, but his defense did not back him up.
Yeah, Zobel, like we said, incoming freshman on his way to Sierra College for next year. He's from Roseville, California. 1 ball and 2 strikes on White. Here's the pitch. Slider pulled outside for a ball. They back pick to first. Noah Fields with a head-first slide. He's safe.
Saw a lot of back picks yesterday as well by the Falcons. They're a team who does not like to let the Sox get some big leads. Of course, they're a team who likes to get some motion on the base paths, and they know it.
And the count evens up on White. 2 balls and 2 strikes. No outs, though. 2 runners on the corners. Still scoreless. Here's the 2-2. White serves a line drive to Boogie McNeil, who makes the catch. They throw to first, but just not in time. Fields able to beat it out with a head-first slide, snuck the hand in to avoid getting doubled up, but it's out number 1 off the line drive from White.
Yeah, got a good barrel there, but hit it right at McNeil. Very easy playing heads up by him to check over to first, at least try.
Here comes Zach Doyle. 1 away now in the first, but still 2 runners on, both on the corners. It's Dunn at third and Fields at first. And Zobel comes set from the stretch. Glove at his chest. Here's the pitch. That's upstairs, and that's ball 1. And Doyle, a 10-game on-base streak. He had upwards of, I believe, a 15, 16-game on-base streak when he first got to the team. Kind of snapped against Bellingham. And since then has been rebuilding it over the last few games of the regular season. Now it's up to 10. As the 1-0 pitch ran inside, just barely grazed his knuckles. It's ball 2. And Doyle, a really impressive year with Wenatchee. He's batting .381 coming into this game. 32 hits, 13 RBIs, 9 stolen bases as well. And he's got 2 balls, no strikes on him. Runners on the corner. Here's a pitch from Zobel. High and outside, easy take. And now the count moves to 3-0.
Yeah, Doyle, a great addition to the Sox for the midseason signing, and the Sox very happy to have him.
And he's got a great count here, 3 balls and no strikes with 1 away here in the first. We're still scoreless. Zobel, the kick and the pitch. That tickles the top rung, first strike. Doyle begged to differ. He already tossed the bat, was ready to head to first. He's got to pick it up and climb back into the box.
Yeah, don't blame him for taking on a 3-0 count. It's close. It could go either way.
Still a good count for him. 3-1. Zobel, let's do it again. And that's a bad miss for ball 4. The result's the same. Doyle on first base, Fields into second, and the bases are loaded for James Castanola.
Yeah, Doyle flips his bat with some more flair. They're kind of showing ball don't lie on that.
And no one better to have here than Captain Consistent Castanola. 25-game on-base streak for him. Went 2 for 4 last night with an RBI. And you look at the last 5 regular season games for him, he batted .412 in those 5 games. He has just been, like we said, Captain Consistent. And he can get the job done right here. Bases loaded. Sox wanting to strike first in this game. Pitch from Zobel. That's cut back to Cunningan's glove for strike 1.
Everybody clap your hands.
He showed some power yesterday in BP. Hit to the deepest part of the ballpark, over the batter's eye.
He's behind this count 0-1 with 1 away and the bases loaded. Zobel, here's the pitch. Another wave and a miss from Castanola, and he's dug himself into a hole here, 0-2. And the bases loaded off of no hits here. It was a pair of errors to get done, and Fields on, and then Doyle just drew the walk. No balls and 2 strikes. Pitch from Zobel. Top shelf swinging. Castanola goes down on 3 straight pitches, and you blinked, and there's 2 outs here in the first.
You hate to see that there with 1 out and bases loaded. You got to get something in play. Preferably a ball to the outfield, at least bring a run across there. A strikeout is the worst case scenario.
Now it's Ryder Young, the low rider. 2 away, but the base is still loaded, and the Sox still get to score a run. We're scoreless here in the bottom of the first inning. It's game 2 of the series versus the Falcons. So the Sox win today, and they're on their way to the North Division Championship game. Zobel, here's the offering. Ryder Young shoots this straight back and out of play for a foul ball.
Young batting just below 200 at 188. He's got 12 hits, 12 RBIs as well. Hopefully he can add on to that here.
No balls, 1 strike on him with 2 away. Zobel gets his signs, set from his chest. First base, half of the rubber. Here's the pitch. And he'll step off and check in on Fields at second base. Much to the jeers of the fans here at the ballpark.
And Burnham wasn't really holding on Fields either. So, of course, no throw.
Still no balls and 1 strike on Young. The offering. And that's below the knees for a ball.
And you got to come away with this inning with at least something. I mean, granted, of course, you'd love to score all these 3 right now, but if you can take 1 off the board, you can be happy with that.
Even count at 1s with 2 outs and the bases juiced. The pitch to Young. Once the bender, and it bends too high above the zone. It's ball 2 on Young.
And, of course, done over there at third. A pass ball, easily scoring him.
And that'll be very apropos for this inning. A pair of errors were what allowed him and Fields to get on base. Here's a 2-1. Young through the 6-hole into left field, and that is going to score 2. Dunn scores. Throw to the plate. Not in time. Noah Fields sneaks in. The Sox go up 2-0. An RBI single for Ryder Young.
Great piece of hitting there. Of course, it's 2-1 count. Hitters count. He gets the fastball right in the heart of the zone and just loops it through the 6-hole for an easy base hit, and it scores both his guys.
Hey, Young came up big last night as well. 1 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Was able to score a pair of runs. Does the same thing here. 1 swing, 2 runs, and the Sox lead now 2-0. Here comes Kanoa Morisaki, your Tommy Watanabe Award winner. Guy with a true love for baseball and true love for the AppleSox as well. He's come back for 3 straight years. Zobel checks to second, now delivers to Morisaki. And that pitch missed just a hair outside, and the count's 1-0.
Morisaki, a great season, batting .241, 20 hits, double, triple, 2 homers, 18 RBIs.
1-0 count. Zobel, he sets, peers at second, now delivers. Off the hands and grounded hard to the Falcons dugout, bangs off it, and the count evens at 1s. And Kanoa from Honolulu, Hawaii. And the name Kanoa means free spirit. And that's really what he is. He's a free spirit. I think of a guy who plays as many positions as Kanoa does, loves the game of baseball, and he's incredibly nice and generous to everyone he meets. And now the 1-1 pitch. He thought about offering at it, but he takes it on the outside corner for the second strike.
Yeah, don't blame the take there by him. Bit of a pitcher's pitch.
Now 2 strikes on him. 1-2 the count, 2 outs, and runners on first and seconds. Sox up 2-0. Zobel to retire the side and get out of this inning. Here it is. He got him. Swing and a miss on the changeup. And finally, Zobel's able to get out of this inning. But the Sox are able to tally 2 runs here off of 1 hit, 2 errors. But they do leave 2 men left on base. They take an early 2-0 lead. It's deja vu to last night. So let's see if the result is the same. You're listening to AppleSox Baseball on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Your official radio station for the Wenatchee AppleSox is Sunny FM. KCSY Twist, the greatest hits of all time.
Dr. Scott Bibbins Family Dentistry. Friendly, professional staff where they take care of all of your dentistry needs. Fillings, cleanings, root canals, crowns and bridges, orthodontic appliance therapy, oral surgery, and dental implants. Complete dentistry for the whole family, where their experienced staff takes pride in offering comfortable care in a relaxed atmosphere and strive to exceed your expectations. Dr. Scott Bibbins Family Dentistry, now at their new home at 445 Mission Street, across from Banner Bank in Wenatchee. The convenient parking off Mission and 5th Street.
Since 1977, Hagelin's Trophies has provided North Central Washington with the best in awards. Capture those special memories with a trophy, plaque, or award from Hagelin's Trophies. They also engrave name badges, desk and wall signs, and can customize your badges, signs, and awards with your logo on their laser engraving system. If you need promotional items, they can help there too. Hagelin's Trophies, 123 North Chelan in Wenatchee, and at Hagelin'sTrophies.com.
Discover what Premier Senior Living is all about at Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care in beautiful Wenatchee. Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care communities provide seniors with a stress-free style of living that enhances the mind, body, and spirit. There's always so much going on, from shopping trips to gardening to fitness activities. Plus, you can enjoy peace of mind knowing that trained care staff are present 24/7. Schedule a private tour experience at Blossom Valley and Blossom Creek.
Sox strike first in game 2 of the series. They tally 2, and they lead it 2-0 now. Top of the second inning, it's Josh Cunningham who leads off for the Falcons. DeMarco on the mound still. He winds and delivers the first pitch. And it's just high and just away for a first pitch ball.
DeMarco, great last inning. Hopes to repeat that here. Keeps the Falcons in check.
Delivers the 1-0. And he's got it on the bottom rung for a strike, and the count evens up. And Ryder Young, 1 swing, puts the Sox on top there in the bottom of the first inning. Shot a ball through the 6-hole into left field. And here's the next pitch. Ground ball right up the middle, just gets past DeMarco. Vassar on the run, throws to first, and he's got the out. Man, what a play from Quincy's brother up the middle.
Yeah, great snag there on the slow roller, working towards the second base side. Dunn had no play at it. And a great sidearm throw, staying down and through it to get a great delivery over to Big B.
Well, drags up now Austin Coyle. for the Falcons. He's batting in the 6-hole today. He's getting the start in left field. Batting .250 this year. One away and still no one on. The pitch from DeMarco. He pulls the fastball high and just away. It's ball 1. And Sox leading 2-0 here in the top of the second inning. DeMarco, the windup, and the pitch. Misses in the exact same spot, high and away. Back-to-back balls on Coyle. And DeMarco was able to strike out the side in the top of the first. Did walk Przofsky, but stranded him at second base. And it's a 2-0 pitch. Is sky to deep right field. Field's given ground. He's at the warning track, but reaches up and makes the catch for out number 2.
He kind of hit that ball there after he kind of kept it in and leisurely threw it in. The Sox will take this second out of the second.
Well, it's out number 2. And here comes Jaden Moreno, your starting first baseman today for the Falcons. Batting from the left side against the right-hander DeMarco. He's 1 out away from a 3-up, 3-down inning. He'd like to face the minimum. Keep the pitch count low. Here's the first pitch to Moreno. And it's skipped in the turf, and it's ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Moreno. And the pitch to him is center cut for a strike. You know, the Falcons in the 4th seed this year, a real crazy turnaround for them. They were dead last in the North Division last year. Now in a playoff spot. Here's the 1-1. Soft ground ball up the middle. Kicks away from DeMarco on the mound, and Dunn will back him up on the run. Throw to first to complete the play and complete the inning. And the Falcons go down in order. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. And obviously, nobody left on base. They stay scoreless. It's 2-0. Sox leading. And to the bottom of the second on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Hey, AppleSox fans, let's talk about community. Today's broadcast is proudly sponsored in part by the Salcedo Group of Companies.
So here's what we won't do. We won't let self-doubt win again. Because we're working on something more real. With a coach who doesn't just spot you, but sees the real you. And a personal plan made for wherever you are.
Elbows in.
Because we know fit looks different for you, and her, and them. So that self-doubt, yeah, not today.
Come on, Riley, let's go!
Because you have people who believe in something more real. Like you. That's Anytime Fitness. That's Real AF.
NCW.news for local news you can trust.
Your teenage years are full of unknowns. Your bank shouldn't be one of them. With People's Bank Teen Access Checking, account holders can build healthy money habits while learning to manage their spending. There are no monthly service charges, no balance requirements, and if the parent or guardian has an existing People's Bank account, adding Teen Access takes less than 10 minutes. You know your teen, we know banking. Teen Access Checking from People's Bank. Easy for them, easier for you. Member FDIC.
Contact Lipke Insurance for your home, auto, life, health, business, and farm insurance. Here before you need us, peace of mind delivered. Online at lipke.com. Paxton Bigby leads off for the AppleSox, and the first pitch to him is low and away for a ball. And we're here in the bottom of the second inning. It's 2-0 Sox leading here in Game 2 of the series versus the Falcons. And Zobel delivers the 1-0. Bigby skips this to second for Boogie, who sets his feet, makes the throw, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, Bigby, a pretty good performance yesterday in Game 1. He had 2 runs scored. He went 2 for 4 with a pair of singles.
Now it's Vassar. Similarly had a pretty good performance last night. 2 for 4 with an RBI. Able to help score 1 of the 9 runs for the AppleSox last night. A 9-0 win for them. They shut out the Falcons on their home field. Here's first pitch to Vassar. That is center cut. He takes, and that's strike 1.
And the Sox, no strangers to winning at Elk Stadium, sweeping the Falcons last week.
Here's the 0-1. Line down the right field line, but foul by a good amount. Yeah, the Sox are undefeated at Elk Stadium this year. Swept them in the regular season, won last night, so they're 4-0. in Kelowna. 2 strikes on Vassar. Zobel looking for a quick out. Here's the pitch. And he got him. 3 pitches, and he gets Vassar to swing and miss on strike 3. It's 3 strikeouts tonight for Zobel, and 2 away here in the second.
And a great breaking ball on 2 strikes, and the Sox struggling with that pitch.
And it flips over the lineup card for the first time tonight. Raphael Dunn back up. Reached base in the first to lead off this game off an error by Moreno. He hit a routine ground ball to him, and Moreno just completely botched the play. As Zobel will wind and fire. Fouls straight back to the netting, and strike 1 on Dunn. So with that error, Dunn has now reached base for 35 straight games. Every single game that he's played here in Wenatchee. Never once not made it to first base.
Impressive.
As Zobel, the incoming freshman, lifts and delivers. A swing and a miss on the changeup that just floated into the zone. 77 miles an hour. The speed change is very drastic. And he got Dunn to swing through it. And now he's got 2 strikes on the Sox leadoff man.
Yeah, swung all the way through that he lost his Evo shield on his right elbow. Has to pause and recollect and put that thing back on.
Put the armor back on. Redon it. And he's got 2 strikes here. Zobel for his 4th strikeout tonight, and to slam the door here in the seconds. He agrees on a pitch and delivers. Oof, jackknife Raphael Dunn away, and that clipped the arm guard, and that is going to put Raphael Dunn on base with a hit by pitch.
You know, Dunn, with that streak right there, Smith, not all of those are hits, of course. A lot of them are hit by pitches. Just something about him. He just gets hit. Don't know why.
And he's nearing the record for the AppleSox for hit by pitches. That one puts him just 1 more closer. And it's just his first year as an AppleSox as well. Here's Noah Fields, 2 away, but 1 on base. That's done there at first. Again, a good lead. He stole second last time. And there he goes again. Pitches high and in. Foot first slide. He's safe. 24 stolen bases for Dunn. They just can't contain him.
Yeah, he's got Zobel's number. Zobel has not mixed up his looks, and Dunn is going even before Zobel's in his motion.
And the pitch to Fields was a strike, so 0-1 the count. But now runner on second base again. This is deja vu to the first inning. The only difference is there's 2 outs. Zobel. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Fields. And he fouls it off his front leg, and that's definitely a bit painful. You can see him kind of grimace at it. And now 2 strikes on him.
Honestly, he's lucky to have that one back. That could have been the 3rd out of the side. It would have been an easy ground ball over to short. So though it is strike 2, at least he stays alive in this at-bat.
And Fields a bit of a arduous day last night. 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts. He'd like to turn that around right here. He reached on an error back in the first. And he could swap spots with Dunn. Here's the 0-2. Top shelf. Fields does not offer. It misses for ball 1. Of course, he was hit by a pitch last night, and that's what allows his on-base streak to now climb to 10. Now 11 after today. 1-2 the count with 2 outs and a runner on second. Dunn dancing around. The 1-2 pitch on a beeline straight for the tailbone. Hits off of Fields. Back-to-back hit by pitches, and the Sox have him on first and second.
And Smith, Noah Fields getting hit was a good thing yesterday for the Sox. It kicked off their 5-run inning in the 7th.
Well, you got to hope that signs of good things to come here. You got Landon White coming to the plate. And if you need a long ball, White could be someone you call. Had a home run against Victoria in that first game of that series where the remaining 2 games got canceled on account of smoke. He's got 2 outs and 2 runners on. Zobel, the kick and the pitch. So he sends this high in the air, deep to right center field, carrying back, and that's going to skip its way to the wall. Dunn scores easily. They're waving Fields around. He's going to score. Landon White goes into second with a bases-clearing double with 2 outs, and the Sox lead it 4-0.
Smith, that ball was nearly gone. The wind tunnel of Paul Thomas just pushing it out, but White hits the deepest part of the ballpark here and sips and settles at the bottom of the wall, and not much the outfielders can do there except try and limit White to second.
This is real deja vu to the first inning. A 2-out bases clearing, well, 2-out, 2-run RBI swing. The first one from Ryder Young in the first was single. Now it's a double from Landon White. As it brings up Zach Doyle. Zobel looks to second, now delivers. That is crushed down the first base line, but foul by about 5 feet, and that's just a loud strike from Doyle. And Doyle, in that first game against Victoria, he hit a ball 420 feet to dead center, right over the batter's eye. You don't see that every day here at Paul Thomas. Of course, it was back-to-back home runs. It was Landon White and then Doyle. Here's the 0-1 pitch. High and away as ball one.
Yeah, 2 peas in a pod that day. They were just sticking together.
It was Landon White who just yanked a ball to left field. And then Doyle just sending it right back to where it came from, over the batter's eye. He's got a 1-1 count here with 2 outs and a 4-0 Sox lead. Zobel, here's the pitch. A weak wave and a miss on the changeup. That's been fooling the Sox all day. It drops down to 77 miles an hour, and they're just not ready for it.
They got to adjust here, of course, in a game that is, at utmost importance to the team and organization. They have to deliver and learn.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Doyle with 2 away and a runner on second. Zobel to get out of dodge. Ground ball served up to short for Burnham. Scoops it, throws to first. There's the out, and there's the side retired. The Sox extend their lead here in the second. It's now 4-0 AppleSox after 2 runs scored off of 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man stranded over at second base. Sox lead 4-0, and we're into the 3rd inning here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
AppleSox fans, if a foul ball leaves your car with a rock chip or broken windshield, take it to Discount Auto Glass. Locally owned, Discount Auto Glass specializes in rock chip repair, windshield replacement, mobile service, window tinting, and calibration service on all makes and models. Get your rock chip repaired at Discount Auto Glass, 888-0072 and at 901 Valley Mall Parkway in East Wenatchee, across from 7-Eleven.
Hey, it's Stacy with the Floor Factory is Flooring America. Whether you're looking for a small project or a large one, from special order options to our large selection of in-stock, we can help you. From the latest color and style trends or to more of a classic style, we can help you. Carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl, laminate, and even sheet vinyl. Come check out our newly updated showroom and our last chance bargain basement. They're great for do-it-yourself, or we have professional installation available too at 13 South Wenatchee Avenue. It's where friends send friends to the Floor Factory.
Eric's European Auto Repair and Sales is proud to support Wenatchee AppleSox baseball. Eric's is the #1 place for European auto repair anywhere in Central Washington. For service, repair, diagnostics, and more, visit ericseuro.com. That's ERIKSEURO.com to book online or call or text 509-888-7696. Open weekdays 7:30 to 6 with after-hours pickup and drop-off available. Enjoy 50% off rental cars when your vehicle is in the shop.
Embark on your next RV adventure at 12 Tribes Lake Chelan Casino. Full hookups, lakeside views, and gaming just steps away. Reserve your perfect spot today at ColvilleCasinos.com. On the play-by-play here for the top of the 3rd inning, it is Jackson Dodd.
Thank you, Smith. Appreciate you. The Sox, a 4-0 lead here as Vincent DeMarco takes the bump once again. His first pitch of Billy McNeil, a swing and a miss for a first strike. DeMarco, 3 strikeouts today in the second. He faced the minimum. He winds and deals. McNeil takes it high and away for ball 1. Sun's starting to set here, Paul Thomas. Shadows being cast across the ballpark here, cutting the field in half. The 1-1. Popped up shallow left field. Young ranges in. He squeezes it for the first out. And now it's Mason Zobel. Name probably sounds familiar. It's your pitcher today for the Falcons. And Smith, you were saying when he pitched, against the Sox earlier this summer, he also hit for himself. First pitch from DeMarco, called strike.
Yeah, and DeMarco and Zobel are basically just mirror images of each other. The only difference is DeMarco isn't hitting for himself.
So honestly, pitcher versus pitcher here.
Yeah.
DeMarco's 0-1. He yanks it outside and in the dirt. The count evens at 1s.
I mean, both of them incoming freshmen, both of them right-handed pitchers, both of them 6 feet tall, and just about the same weight as well.
The 1-1 pitch from the righty. beautifully painted fastball, top rung for strike 2. Looking for strikeout number 4. And he skips it in the dirt in the lefty's batter's box.
I don't think that one was close.
Yeah, no, just a bit outside, as they would say.
Yeah.
Is Zobel 0 for 6. He does have 1 walk in his stint hitting. The 2-2 pitch. Tad upstairs, and the count is now full.
The question is, do you know what movie that quote's from?
Of course, Major League.
There you go.
The 3-2 pitch. Skipped into the glove of DeMarco. He takes it himself to first, and that is the second out of the second. Great toss over to Big B, and DeMarco finishing off the other pitcher by himself.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 6, Kate Burnham.
Now it's top of the order. It's Kate Burnham. 0 for 1 with the strikeout today. DeMarco steps back and deals. Burnham takes the fastball in the outer black for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch from the incoming freshman. It's outside, and the count evens at 1.
Yeah, DeMarco heading on to St. Mary's next year. Fresh out of high school, going to the Division I level.
His 1-1. Burnham skips it over to second. Short, faster, fires to first in time. And once again, it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Falcons. And with that, it's also 8 straight retired in this ball game. DeMarco just cooking here. The Sox lead.
One thing we like, it's choices. Pat Armstrong Ford is the place to start. With a full lineup of vehicles and available powertrains, get your ideal combination of power and capability. With gas, hybrid, or all electric. But more important than the power you choose is what you choose to do with it. Stop by Pat Armstrong Ford today for your vehicle, parts, and service needs. 703rd Street Southeast in East Wenatchee, just up the street from Costco.
In Productions, Hot August Nights features Tony Award-winning musical 1776. July 31st through August 15th at the Numerica Pack. Tickets for 1776 now on sale at numericapack.org.
At Banner Bank, we're excited to cheer on the Wenatchee AppleSox at home and away games. Banner Bank, member FDIC.
We're huge fans of local sports in the community and proud to support AppleSox baseball. We hope to see you at the ballpark. Banner Bank, member FDIC.
So Vince DeMarco has faced 8 straight batters and sat them all down in a row. He's faced a minimum twice in this ball game, in the second and in the third. The Sox back to their bats here in the bottom half of the frame. They lead 4-0. James Casanova leads it off. Zobel gets his sign and fires. Casanova pops it up sky high, left center field. Coyle ranges into the gap on the run, playing the wind. He hauls it in. We're at number 1.
It's not an easy play to make there. I mean, that was at a mile high. And the wind here, Paul Thomas, the Wenatchee wind blowing out to right field, blew that ball from, probably a little bit more in left field into center. And so Coyle had to run a long way to make that play.
Now it's Ryder Young with 1 out, nobody on. Zobel lifts and fires. Fastball, called strike.
And Young got the Sox on the board in the first. 2-run RBI single through the left side into left field.
Yeah, big gap in the 6th hole. The 0-1 off the plate for a ball. Young yesterday, also a 2 RBI single that came in the 7th inning. The 1-1 pitch. He slaps this to right field. Profsky ranging back at the warning track. It's out, but no, it'll bounce off top rung. Ryder Young settles into second base. An extra base hit for him today.
Man, it thought it had the legs, and then it just hits off the top part of that wall. Brzezowski was just twisting and turning. He couldn't find it. He was just completely lost, and then ends up banging into the wall himself, as did the ball. Now you got a runner in scoring position with one swing from Ryder Young. He's 2 for 2 today with a pair of hits. Multi-hit game for him. He's hot today.
And now it's Saki, the runner in scoring position, looking to add some more insurance. Sox lead 4-0 with 1 out. Zobel's first offering. Saki flies it out to center. Everwine, couple steps to his left. He collects it for out number 2.
You were mentioning Saki, your Tommy Watanabe Award winner. You were talking to a lot of people about Saki, interviewing them, including James Castanolo, played with him in 2024. And when we were talking to James, apparently the Sox have a QB ranking for their QB room on the team. And at the moment, Saki is QB3 for the AppleSox.
Okay. Bigby now. Zobel gets the sign from Cunningham. And the 0-0 pitch. High ball 1. So did he say who was, first or second?
Well, he's not here anymore, but you want to know who was QB1 for a long time?
Who was it?
It was Gage Wareham, was QB1 for the AppleSox, and now Morsaki QB3.
Zobel steps off the rubber, gathers himself. And the Falcons today in all gray uniforms with Kelowna across the chest. The Sox with their baby blues and red lettering on the back and front. The 1-0. Bigby takes low, ball 2.
And while Saki is QB3 right now, it didn't start that way. At the very beginning of this year, he didn't really know how to throw a football. He learned this season.
More of a baseball kind of guy. Zobel's 2-0. Bigby rips this over the glove of McNeil and settles into right field. Young gets the wave around home. He's going to score. And the Sox add more cushion. It's 5-0.
That is the third RBI hit for the Sox with 2 outs. All 3 of their RBIs, their swings, have come with 2 outs. 2-out production is what wins you ball games, and the Sox are showing right now it's 5-0 AppleSox.
Breathes faster the 9-hole spot. He's 0 for 1, a strikeout today. One of the 3 victims of Zobel. The righty collects at the chest. Kicks and deals. Vassar fouls the first pitch back. Say it hits his elbow, then bounces in play, so a dead ball. And, Cunningham Moreno want to try and complete the play and see if they can get an out.
Just making sure. Just double checking.
And it looks like the head coach for the Falcons is going to have a conversation and check the home plate ump. Try and figure it out here. And Smith, let's take a look at the WCL scoreboard report presented by Exala Wellness. Visit exalawellness.com today. Discover holistic, non-invasive care tailored just for you.
Well, yeah, looking around the West Coast League, only 4 games going on here with the postseason. You look at Ridgefield welcoming the Portland Pickles. It's 3-2. Ridgefield leads. That one's a little bit of a nail-biter there in the bottom of the 3rd. And then, of course, you got the Walla Walla Sweets, who are currently beating the Corvallis Knights 3-0, bottom of the 4th there. And then the Nanaimo Night Owls are trailing the Bells 2-1, bottom of the 4th. Last night's game in Nanaimo was a real nail-biter that was walked off by the Night Owls, and now it's another close one.
The 0-1 pitch to Reese Vassar. Bigby goes. Throw down from Cunningham is offline. It skips away from Burnham. And Bigby with the stolen bag. A rare sight.
That's his first stolen base this year. So clearly, whatever Dunn picked up on with Zobel, Bigby picked up on it as well. And the Sox are kind of just running all over him.
Yeah, it's just an issue of looks. It looks like Zobel has a bit of a tell. Once he's locked at the plate, he does not look back over to first, and the Sox's runners getting the jump. 1-1 pitch to Reese Vassar. Off speed, high and away, ball 2.
And that's where the maturity level is kind of being exposed by Zobel. I mean, again, we said he's an incoming freshman, so he's fresh out of high school, just getting his first real reps at the college level. And they're running all over him, right? And so as a young guy, you got to stay confident and learn from this. You realize, hey, they're stealing on me. Mix something up. Ask some of the older guys on your team, how do I avoid that happening? You take this summer to learn a little bit. And Zobel got to the team a little bit later for the Falcons, so he hasn't had as much time to click with this team and maybe learn as much as he could. But still, he's going to learn a lot in this summer with the Falcons, and he's going to take that with him to Sierra College.
Yeah, both him and DeMarco incoming freshmen, both starting today. Both similar statures, like you said, Smith. The righty set, the breath in the pitch. Vassar skips it back towards Dunn in the on-deck circle. Count evens at 2s.
The only difference is that DeMarco's gotten beat in terms of velocity. I mean, DeMarco, man, for a young kid, for his, his frame, just really hucks the ball quick.
Zobel looking to finish off the Sox. A pitch. High, and the count moves to full. And DeMarco starts school here in just a couple of weeks. Going to St. Mary's. Payoff pitch. And the dirt, ball 4 runners at first and second base, bringing up the top of the order, and Raphael Dunn.
You're also heading off to school here soon. Going down to ASU.
Yeah, if the Sox win today, Smith, this is my last broadcast of the summer. And so for the, of course, if we win one of these 2 games, the North Division Championship game, all you, and hopefully the West Coast League Championship game, Smith Sly will be on the call for that. 2 outs, runners at first and second, and the pitch to Raphael Dunn. He pops it up, foul territory, kind of getting ranging back, but it'll settle into the seats, and a fan gets a free souvenir.
And keep your head on a swivel right there if you're sitting behind home plate. That one just came straight up and straight back, right to the green seats in the front row here.
Looks like the kid gets the ball, too. Try and get that signed after the game as well.
Who signed it?
It's tough. No balls, 1 strike. Bit of a shift by the infield. More towards the right. Zobel rocks back and deals. It's outside, and the count evens at 1s.
I think the real question is if you're a little kid and you get a ball like that, who on the AppleSox do you want to sign it?
Okay. I would say Joe Thornton. That's who I would want to sign my ball.
That'd be worth something someday.
The 1-1 pitch. Dunn shot off the hands and tries to parachute it into right field. Prosky dives, but they'll say no. It clobbers off the ground. Bigby scores. The throw to second is wide. Vassar stays short over at third, and man, Dunn works out a double. Let's see if it goes down in the books as an error.
That's some chaos baseball. They don't ask how, they ask how many. And Dunn able to just softly serve one up to right field and have it fall in front of Przowski. Good effort from him. You got hats off to him. That might get lost in the sauce there. He full effort dove and just basically picked it in the ground. But still, a great effort there from Przowski. But Dunn able to extend the lead for the Sox, now 6-0.
And it looks like a new mound coming in for the Falcons. We'll meet them after this. The Sox extend their lead now. It's 6-0 here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Foster parents provide the safety, love, and nurturing every child deserves. Many kids are just looking for someone to talk to have fun with, to share their life with. Interested in being a foster parent? Call K Connections at 888-2006. That's 888-2006. K Connections, enhancing the lives of those they serve at 2121 North Wenatchee Avenue.
The Loop Trail Cafe wish the AppleSox the best of success this season. Locally owned, the Loop Trail Cafe has a great menu for breakfast and lunch. Start your morning off with the local famous zombie or breakfast burrito and a cup of coffee or tea. During the hot summer, you'll find ice cream cones. Get a scoop on the Loop. The Loop Trail Cafe, across from the splash pad in the Riverfront Center building at 1 5th Street, Suite 160 in Wenatchee.
This summer, slide into summer fun at Slidewaters Lake Chelan, your one-stop vacation paradise. With 11 fun-filled water slides, cruise down the downhill racer, bolt down their two classic Thunder Rapids with just you on your tube or a party up to 4. Plunge down the completely enclosed Purple Haze, or float down the lazy river. Slidewaters Lake Chelan. For all the fun adventures, go to slidewaters.com.
Mason Zobel Day is done after 2 2/3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 6 runs, 4 of which were earned, 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. And Smith, who is the new arm for the Kelowna Falcons?
Well, it's another righty. It's Keller Bloodworth. Has one of the best names we've seen all summer. Keller Bloodworth, 6'2" and 200 pounds on the dot. He's the sophomore from Ashland, Oregon, currently at Feather River College. And of course, coming into this game, he's making his 20th appearance of the season, which now ties him for appearances this year for the Falcons. Only 2 starts, so mainly relief for him. 5.65 his ERA. He struck out 21 batters. He's walked 18, so doing pretty good there on the strikeout to walk ratio. And now he's got 2 outs, but 2 runners on, both in scoring position, 2nd and 3rd. And the Sox leading 6-0 in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, I mean, a great start. I mean, they shut out the Falcons yesterday, 9-0, and they're on track for that today, Smith, as they're really just showing no signs of stopping. The Falcons are struggling at the plate. Vincent DeMarco is just handling them. He's, faced 8 straight batters from retired. Those 8 straight there, he's faced the minimum twice. That came in the 2nd and 3rd inning. So now we're going to bring up Noah Fields. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. A 2-out rally here, looking to continue that.
Correction, number 15, the right fielder, Noah Fields.
Fields, 2 runs scored tonight. Reached on an error and a hit by a pitch. Bloodworth, set, kicks and deals. Fastball, low, ball 1. Fastball at 91 there, so a bit of a velocity uppage over Zobel. Reese Vassar over at 3rd. Raphael Dunn at 2nd base. Bloodworth fires the 1-0. He yanks it outside. Vassar comes home. He's going to score with no throw. Sox extend their lead. It's 7-0.
Yeah, it's just blunders from the Falcons. The Sox have been doing a good job in this game of getting the runs themselves. Obviously, an RBI single from Young and then an RBI double from White. RBI single from Bigby here, the RBI single from Dunn. And now finally, the Falcons just shooting themselves in the foot with that pass ball.
Yeah, Fields a 2-0 count now in the driver's seat. The pitch. Bloodworth hurls it in, but it's low. And the count's 3-0. Yeah, fastball at 90 miles an hour there. Got up to 92 on his fastest. The righty, the breath in the pitch. Fields slaps this to right field. Everwine called out by Profesky in right field. He hauls it in for the final out of the 3rd.
Summer starts with membership at the Rack. Pack your calendar with Camp Rack, swim and tennis lessons, summer swim team, indoor and outdoor pickleball, tennis tournaments, play programs, and so much more. It is so easy and fun for the whole family to stay active and fit all summer long when you join the Rack.
So here's what we won't do. We won't let self-doubt win again. Because we're working on something more real. With a coach who doesn't just spot you, but sees the real you. And a personal plan made for wherever you are.
Elbows in.
Because we know fit looks different for you, and her, and them. So that self-doubt, yeah, not today.
Come on, Riley, let's go!
Because you have people who believe in something more real. Like you. That's Anytime Fitness. That's Real AF.
1980s. Taffy Shop has more than 100 flavors of wonderful tasting taffy. Watch the unique taffy puller demonstration as you pick out that special flavor. The Taffy Shop has nostalgic metal signs and posters, candies from the 40s and 50s, and many collectible tins. Circle the bases with a trip to the Taffy Shop in the Mottler Building at 900 Front Street in Leavenworth.
Jeff is back from the Country Inn Family Restaurant. You have prime rib on Friday and Saturday.
Always Friday and Saturday. He's tired of barbecuing. Come on out and let me do the cooking. We got slow roasted prime rib served up Friday and Saturday night. I start serving it around 3:30, 4 o'clock until we run out.
And remember, if you're hungry like me early in the morning, guess who's open up for breakfast 7 days a week?
Down here at the Country Inn.
Off Valley Mall Parkway in East Wenatchee, the Country Inn Family Restaurant. How long have you been in business?
Going on over 40 years, since 1975.
Thanks, Jeff.
Hey, Dave, you take care.
Cade Przewski leads it off here in the fourth. The first pitch from DeMarco. He rips this into right field, and it'll settle in as Noah Fields ranges to get it in the corner. He can't glove it initially. He bobbles it again. Przewski stays over at second. He could have had third. As initially it hit off the glove of Fields as he rushed it, and then as he tried to gather on the transfer, he lost the ball again.
That's the first hit given up today by DeMarco. He allowed a walk in the first, but then still struck out the side. Sat down the side in order in the second and in the third. And now the first base runner really to reach via hit.
And now it's Ashton Graffro 0 for 1 today, a strikeout victim by DeMarco. The righty gets the sign from Saki. And the first pitch. Rowe waves and misses, chases the fastball outside for strike one.
Now Rowe, in his third year of college baseball, now with the University of Utah, but started with Crowder College, and really a Crowder College legend. I mean, batted .321 his last year, .333 his freshman year. Over 60 hits in both seasons.
Wow. The 0-1 pitch. High, ball one.
And if that wasn't enough, he also stole 23 bases in 2025, stole 25 in 2024. So really, he was just a standout player with Crowder College in those 2 years he was there.
He's got a runner in scoring position, looking to put Kelowna on the board. The pitch. Slaps it foul on the counts 1-2. Przewski was also the first base runner to reach in this ball game. He's the only guy who's got on base at all today for the Falcons. It was a walk in the first inning. One ball, 2 strikes to count. And the pitch. Outside, ball 2. Count evens at 2 is here. Sox with the lead 7-0. Jackson Dodd, Smith-Sly, happy to have you in Game 2 of the West Coast League North Divisional Series. DeMarco looking for his 4th strikeout. Can he do it? This pitch, flared foul towards the bullpen of the Falcons, and it'll settle out of play.
And if the Sox win today, then they don't have to play tomorrow because they won last night. So it's basically 2 wins, and you win the series. And then the Sox would play for the North Division Championship. That will be on Tuesday the 11th. So they would basically get Sunday off and Monday off as well. I would very much like that. So
I know they would too.
Yeah.
2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch from DeMarco. Flared off the hands and into the dugout. Count remains 2-2.
I'd like to go golfing, maybe go to the river.
Ooh, yeah.
Take a day off, just relax a little bit.
Well, the smoke's finally out of it.
Yeah.
The past couple of days, not able to do much out here in Wenatchee. It's a 2-2 count on Graffro, who struck out once today. DeMarco looking to get the same fate on him. The 2-2 pitch. Skipped over to second base. Done. Dives. Fires the first. He got him. Prousey ranging for a home. And Saki able to get the tag. But wait. They're going to have some commotion here. The umpire talking with the first base ump.
Another coconut bowling challenge. Drawing. First ticket is 9.
Mitch Darlington a bit confused with what's going on.
923-753. Please report to guest services group.
And it looks like there is confirmed 2 outs as Kano Morisaki signaling to his defense that there is 2. And it looks like there might have been some miscommunication between the first base ump and the home plate ump, but it is a double play in the books.
Yeah, a 4-3-2 double play. You don't see that every day.
No.
But, Przonski getting a little greedy trying to steal home all the way from second base. And so then that ground ball from Rowe ends up, giving you 2 outs here in the 4th inning.
A great play by Dunn, diving back towards second. First pitch to Everwine. Clips out her black for a strike. And so he ranges back, dives for it, slides, fires to first, and then Bigby able to see that Przewski's trying to go home, which, like you said, bit risky play there. The 0-1. Fought off the hands and towards the parking lot. Counts 0-2. It's the first double play in this ball game, and an untraditional one at that. The 0-2 pitch. Grounded over to second. Dunn collects it and fires, and that's the inning. Another 1-2-3 inning as DeMarcos face the minimum. 3 innings in the row. Sox lead 7-0 as we head back to their bats here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Mission Ridge, proud sponsor of AppleSox Baseball, says, let's go, Sox. Hope you're enjoying the game. Head up to the Chair 5 Pub at Mission Ridge. Open Fridays through Sundays all summer long. It's your spot for great food, local drinks, and unbeatable mountain views high above the valley. Whether you're wrapping up a day on the trails, looking to cool off from the summer heat, or just want a relaxed place to hang out with friends and family, the Chair 5 Pub delivers. Keep the good times rolling after the final inning. Visit missionridge.com to learn more.
Wenatchee businesses, step up to the plate. Firefly is your hometown MVP for managed IT and cybersecurity, protecting your time and tech since 1992. For a limited time, Firefly is offering a free vulnerability scan to help pinpoint the gaps in your security and bring clarity to your risks before they turn into errors on the scoreboard. Call 509-663-TECH today to secure your scan and stop the bad guys from stealing home.
Hey, get the goat off the AC vent. This time of year, we are right there with the goat, hanging out and trying to stay cool.
Folks can start quotes on our website, WenatcheeInsurance.com.
And you can schedule an in-person video or phone appointment. No one should have to sweat about insurance.
We are a locally owned, independent agency, so we can walk people through a variety of options.
Make sure you're covered, maybe even save some money. So give us a call or text today, 509-295-9055.
And then get back to the AC with the goat.
250 years ago, the spark was lit and a new America was forged in the flames. From the American Performing Arts Center and Jamie Donegan Productions, on August nights features Tony Award-winning Best Musical, 1776, going from July 31st through August 15th at the America Pack. Tickets for 1776 now on sale at americapack.org. The Sox, a 7-0 lead here in the bottom frame of the 4th. Jackson Dodge Smith, happy to have you in Game 2 of this West Coast League North Divisional Series. Landon White leads off the inning. Came up big in the second with an RBI double there. He's 1 for 2. Bloodworth kicks and deals as White skies it out to right field. Profsky takes 2 steps and hauls it in for out number 1.
Well, a quick check-in on the Mariners game. It's currently 1-0 M's leading the Rays. And it was a solo home run from Josh Naylor to get the M's on the board. The big grumper and a big dumper,
Yeah, Smith, what's your opinion on the big dumper this year?
He's hurt. You can tell that, I believe he hurt his oblique. And an oblique injury for a baseball player is pretty debilitating. So I don't blame him too much,
Here's Zach Doyle, 0 for 1 with the walk today. That came in the first. Bloodworth his first offering. Fastball, he hurls it in there, but it's outside, ball 1.
And you consider the fact that he hit 60 home runs last year as a switch-hitting catcher. And then now, obviously, that probably broke him a little bit. His oblique is a little banged up. And everyone's always just like, he's the big slumper. And I'm just like, well, I'd like to see you tear your oblique.
The 1-0 pitch. Taken on the outer black for a strike.
Tear your oblique and then go right back into another season. And, yeah, you're going to struggle a little bit.
Because, that's where one of the biggest muscles involved in your swing. If you don't have that, then you lose the power and you lose direction. The 1-1 pitch on the way. It's outside, but it'll clip the outer black for a strike. Bit of a pitcher's pitch there, but he gets the call, and now he's in the driver's seat in this at-bat. Bloodworth set. The breath in the pitch. It skipped in the dirt. Looks like it might have hit the hand off of Cunningham into some discomfort here.
And that one hurts from all the way up here. And when you get hit, and as a catcher, you got so much gear on. You got your leg guards, you got the chest protector, you got the mask on, the glove, and then your throwing hand is the only thing that's really unprotected. So when it just gets clipped like that, man, it's it doesn't feel great.
Not a fun sight. They get the home plate up, delivers the ball himself out to Bloodworth. Bit of courtesy, also wipes off the plate just to give Cunningham some more time. But Doyle resumes his at-bat. It's a 2-2 count, nobody on and one out. Sox lead 7-0 in the bottom frame of the fourth. The 2-2 pitch from Bloodworth. Called strike 3. He watches a fastball right down Broadway. You couldn't ask for a better pitch there.
Now batting, the third baseman.
And now it's James Castanola looking to avoid a 1-2-3 inning. The Sox have done well today on 2 outs. See if they can get another rally started. Bloodworth fires the first offering. It's a cold strike on Castanola. Castanola 0 for 2, a strikeout swinging in the first and a fly out to left in the third. Bloodworth gets his sign, the 0-1. Castanola checks his swing. They say he does not go. He holds back, and the count evens at once.
And we were talking about Castanola playing with Morisaki in 2024. And apparently, Castanola is who taught Morisaki how to play blackjack and how to play poker.
Yeah, that the 1-1 pitch over the head of Castanola. Bloodworth just lost control of it.
And Casty was telling us that apparently now, after he taught Saki to play blackjack, whenever, Saki goes on like a bit of a losing streak, he blames Castanola for it.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
He's the one who got him started. 2 balls and 1 strike on the righty. The pitch. Castanola gets a piece of it, and the count moves evens at 2s. I got to love it. The Sox's shirts so far this season for the postseason, all in. They're all in, diving into this playoffs, giving 100% effort as they did this regular season, picking up the best record in the West Coast League, clinching both the first and second halves, finishing the season at 39-13. The 2-2 pitch, Castanola pulls it down the third base line and towards the berm, out towards left field. Some kids clamor for the ball.
And, this is the 5th season of Darlington at the helm. In the 5th straight time that he's led them to the postseason. Obviously, you got close in 2024, as close as you can get. Fell short in 2024, and now this year feels different.
The 2-2 pitch. Castanola late on the fastball, and the Sox go down in order 1-2-3. They still have the lead at 7-0 as we head to the top half of the 5th on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Your official radio station for the Wenatchee AppleSox is Sunny FM. KCSY Twist, the greatest hits of all time.
What makes us so unique in the community is our pledge to generosity and excellence. At the heart of the Moeller family and our dedicated staff lies an unwavering dedication to the well-being of our community. We are proud of our role as a local family-owned funeral service provider. For us, it's not just about conducting funeral services, it's about extending a hand of compassion and support through life's most challenging moments. We stand ready to walk with you through these difficult times at your pace, caring for and supporting you each step of the way. Brookside Funeral Home, where compassion meets commitment.
Discover what Premier Senior Living is all about at Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care in beautiful Wenatchee. Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care communities provide seniors with a stress-free style of living that enhances the mind, body, and spirit. There's always so much going on, from shopping trips to gardening to fitness activities. Plus, you can enjoy peace of mind knowing that trained care staff are present 24/7. Schedule a private tour experience at Blossom Valley and Blossom Creek.
Have questions about health insurance? Hi, this is Jeff Rounds, president of Lipke Insurance. Whether you are looking for a health plan for your employees or an individual medical plan for your family, contact us at Lipke Insurance. We will help you navigate through the process to obtain group or individual plans inside or outside of the exchange. Trust us to provide help before you need it. Let's talk today.
Lipke Insurance. Call 888-902-1800. Online at lipke.com.
Top of the fifth inning, Sox lead 7-0. And for the play-by-play, here's Smith Sly.
Thank you, Jackson. Sox went down in order there in the bottom of the fourth inning. And they still lead it, though, 7-0. Top of fifth. It's Josh Cunningham who leads off for the Falcons. Then it's Austin Coyle and Jaden Moreno after him. DeMarco, the kid, still on the mound for the AppleSox. As he winds and delivers to Cunningham. And the fastball low and inside. It's a ball to Cunningham. And the Sox did their ketchup, mustard, and relish race right before coming into this inning. And here's the 1-0 on the way. Ground ball to first. It takes a funny hop off the base, but Bigby snares it, flips to DeMarco covering the base, and they got the out. Wow, what a play there from Bigby to DeMarco.
DeMarco, very spry, bouncing all the way over to first and able to get there in time as Bigby, has to go all the way in foul territory, but a great toss by him and a great connection.
And the crowd loves it here at Paul Thomas. DeMarco loved it as well. He was hyped coming off that play. So there's one away here in the fifth, and now it's Austin Coyle. Still nobody on. Sox still leading 7-0. As DeMarco takes the breath, now fires the pitch. That's fastball upstairs, and Coyle lays off for a ball.
Yeah, great crowd on hand tonight, Smith. One of the better ones we've seen this season. Of course, postseason baseball here at Paul Thomas, nothing better than that.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Slider low and away. Coyle holds up again. It's ball two. And we said the shirts for the AppleSox for the postseason, all in is the slogan. And these fans are all in as well. They're going to be packing out Paul Thomas for all of these home playoff games. And now the 2-0 pitch. And this is hit a mile high to the left side, but to the parking lot, well foul. And the Sox, with the best record in the West Coast League, they will host every single playoff game that they play for the remainder of the playoffs. So every single game of AppleSox playoff baseball is here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. And you'll be able to listen to it all here on the AppleSox radio network. And here's the pitch. Fastball high and away. It's ball three. So 3 balls and 1 strike on Coyle. DeMarco, here's the pitch. Fouled straight back off the netting, and the count is full. Mentioned it before, the Sox had their ketchup mustard race and relish as well. A very fast race. There's some of those athletic condiments we've seen all year. And drumroll please, it was mustard. And it was a blowout too. He started running backwards for it. Here's the payoff pitch to Coyle. Ground ball to second base. Dunn dives, and it can't make the play. Gets into center field. 1 out single for Coyle, and he's on base.
And a bit of an inside scoop on that ketchup mustard race. 2 of our guest services, Jackson and Manny, both part of the Eastmont baseball team. And, Mustard today was our starting center fielder, Cal Hunter. And those guys just busting out of the gate. There was no shenanigans, and Cal with the win there.
Here's Jaden Moreno, your starting first baseman for the Falcons. 1 away, but 1 on base. And the Falcons trailing by 7 runs. As DeMarco from the stretch, here's the pitch. Slider slides in for a strike right down the gut. And it's the first pitch, strike to Moreno. And they got Coyle at first base. That single right past Dunn a few seconds ago. 0-1 count on Moreno. DeMarco's offering. And slap foul into the netting. And the count now 0-2.
The last 3 innings for DeMarco, he's faced the minimum. A ground ball double play here is what he's searching for and can continue that streak.
And things got a little dicey there in the fourth. A leadoff double to Brzezowski. But then a double play turned by Dunn to Bigby to Morisaki to cut him down, try and steal home. Ends up being double play, and he ended up facing the minimum. He's got 2 strikes here on Moreno for the punch out. And he spikes it in the turf. It gets past Morisaki to the backstop. And Coyle will coast easily into second base off the pass ball.
And so the potential 1-2-3 inning most likely out of sight here unless something crazy happens.
Oh, you've seen stranger things. Still 2 strikes on Moreno. Runner on second base now, still Coyle. As DeMarco will step off and reset. One ball and 2 strikes for his 4th punch out tonight. DeMarco, the pitch. Oh, he got him. A sword swing made him look silly, and the kid gets his 4th strikeout tonight.
Yeah, beautiful slider. Drops it back foot, and not much Moreno can do, but just watch it go past his bat.
An ugly swing and a miss. And it drags up Boogie McNeil. 2 away. But runner on second base. Here's DeMarco now set from his chest. First base half of the rubber. Here's the pitch to McNeil. Fastball painted on the outside corner for a strike. And DeMarco would like to strand Coyle there at second and keep the Falcons scoreless at 7-0 here in the 5th inning. DeMarco kicks and deals. Another weak wave and a miss on the slider. And the Falcons just really don't have a response to it.
No, DeMarco really fooling them here. In a majority of the ball game, it's been weak contact, but now here in the 5th, throwing some swing and miss stuff.
No balls and 2 strikes for his 5th tonight for free socks and to retire the side. The pitch. And the fastball high and tight and brushes McNeil back. It's ball 1.
Yeah, they wanted to tunnel off that slider, but left it a little too far inside.
1-2 now the count. DeMarco gets his signs. Kid comes set for his 5th strikeout tonight. And this is chopped foul through McNeil's legs and back to the Falcons dugout.
I tried the slider again there, don't blame him. Been very effective so far. All McNeil can do is just get a piece of it.
He's got a runner at second. Coyle with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. 7-0 Sox leading in game 2 of the series. DeMarco comes set for the strikeouts. And he spikes the slider in the dirt. Morisaki is able to get a piece of it and keep it in front. And it's ball 2.
Morisaki does a great job of just being gritty behind the plate, putting his body on the line, trying to keep those balls in play.
Still 2 strikes on Boogie. DeMarco would like to sit him down to retire the side and strand a runner at second. Ground ball back up the middle into center field, and that scores the first run today for the Falcons. Boogie comes up big here in the 5th, and they cut into the AppleSox lead.
Yeah, Boogie can be happy about that, can do a little dance, putting the first run on the board for the Falcons here. Now it's 7-1. And, you know, we knew it was going to happen. We knew the Falcons would come eventually back, but still the Sox a very commanding lead.
Well, now it's Keller Bloodworth batting for himself. So Mason Zobel does not continue to be your DH. And Bloodworth takes over for him at the plate. Batting from the right side. DeMarco, the breath, and the offering. And that's on the top rung, and that's strike 1 to Bloodworth.
Yeah, I'm curious to see now, Smith, if other pitchers who come into this ball game, if they'll make them hit in the 9-hole.
1 strike on Bloodworth. DeMarco, here's the offering. And he dropped the fastball just a hair too low. It's ball 1 on Bloodworth. And the Sox still leading 7-1 here in the top of the 5th, but the Falcons have struck for their first run. An RBI single for McNeil just a second ago. 1-1 pitch to Bloodworth. Off the end of the bat, cues it softly to second. Dunn on the run. It bangs out of his leather, and he doesn't believe it. It's an error with 2 outs here in the 5th. That lets Bloodworth get on base, and it moves McNeil into seconds.
That's a rare Dunn error. Does not happen a lot by him. You know, moving in on the slow roller and just kicked off the heel of his glove. And, of course, the speed right there by Bloodworth, able to leg it out.
Well, here comes Mitch Darlington. And here comes Chihiro Sato out of the pen for the AppleSox. They take the rock away from DeMarco. A great outing from the kid. And now he's going to give it off to the man from Tokyo, Chihiro Sato. We'll talk all about him in just a little bit here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
At Banner Bank, cheering on the AppleSox is just one more way they show their appreciation for the Wenatchee Valley. When it comes to your finances, it's all about how they can help you move forward with truly personal service, smart financial solutions, and being the local expert by your side when it matters most. In fact, Banner Bank has been named one of the 100 best banks in America by Forbes for 10 straight years and one of Newsweek's best regional banks again this year. Stop by your local Wenatchee branch or visit bannerbank.com. Banner Bank member FDIC.
Batter up for a big milestone. A proud sponsor of today's game, the Salcedo Group of Companies, is celebrating 25 years of trusted HVAC, electrical, and development work in our valley. Beyond their expertise, Salcedo is hitting it out of the park with philanthropy, generously supporting over 70 nonprofits, churches, and schools across Chelan, Douglas, and Grant counties. They're proud to be locally grown and committed to keeping our valley a great place to call home. Thank you, Salcedo Group of Companies.
NCW.News is your source for accurate and intensely local news across North Central Washington. Part of Ward Media, an independent company committed to local journalism, NCW.News provides stories from our network-respected community newspapers. Stay informed with news from the Lake Chelan Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.News and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit NCW.News for local news you can trust.
AppleSox call the pen here in the fifth. This pitch and change brought to you by Buddy's Home Furnishings. Buddy's Home Furnishings has furniture, home electronics, appliances, and computers to any home. Whether you're looking for sleek and modern or classic and cozy, Buddy's has furniture for every room that we know you'll love with our flexible payment options and free delivery and setup. You'll be glad you went with Buddy's. That's Chihiro Sato coming out of the pen for the AppleSox. He's right at the top of the order. Cade Burnham leading off with 2 outs here in the fifth. And the first pitch to him is in there for a strike. Great outing from DeMarco today. 4 2/3. Gave up 3 hits and 1 run, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts as well. 0-1 count on Burnham. Sato, the right-hander, kicks and deals. Slider, a check swing. Yes, he did, and that's strike 2.
I remember the last time that Sato pitch was against, I believe it was Bellingham, and he was tipping his slider. They were able to get a hold of that, so hopefully he's learned that here.
2 strikes quickly on Burnham. To strand some runners. He yanked the slider in the left-hand batter's box. It's ball 1. And that Bellingham game was not the brightest moment from the Sox season. Got blown out by Bellingham. And that was only the second series loss of the year for Wenatchee. Still 2 strikes on Burnham. Here's the pitch. Weak ground ball to short. Vassar on the backhand. It kicks off his heel, but a little heads-up play. He tosses to third where Castanola was covering, and they got the out to cut down McNeil, and that retires the side. But, hey, the Falcons finally get on the board. They get 1 run off of 1 hit. Pardon me, 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. 7-1, your score here in Game 2 of the series, and we're into the bottom of the 5th on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Hit a home run with LocalTel Communications. For over 40 years, we've been Central Washington's trusted telecom provider, delivering fast internet and reliable phone service. Whether you're streaming the big game, video chatting with loved ones, or running your business smoothly, LocalTel has you covered. Join the LocalTel family today and enjoy the best connectivity in the region. Visit us at localtel.com to learn more.
Summer starts with membership at the Rack. Pack your calendar with camp, rack, swim, and tennis lessons, summer swim team, indoor and outdoor pickleball, tennis tournaments, play programs, and so much more. It is so easy and fun for the whole family to stay active and fit all summer long when you join the Rack. Summer classes and camps are filling fast, so don't delay. Call the Rack today. That's Wenatchee Racket and Athletic Club, or use the Rack app for program registration. See all the details at rack.org or call 662-3544. The Rack, where we play every day.
Link Transit is your free, clean, and safe ride to where you need to go. Whether you need to go to work, school, run errands, or taking a day trip to Leavenworth or Chelan, Link can take you there. Save gas and don't worry about parking. Plan your trip with Google Maps, Apple Maps, or the Transit app. Skip the fuss. Take the bus with Link Transit.
And the Falcons got on the board finally today there in the top of the 5th inning. It was Boogie McNeil who came up big and was able to drive home Coyle with an RBI single. And of course, the score still 7-1. AppleSox on top. And due up here for Wenatchee, it's Ryder Young and then Kanoa Morisaki and Paxton Bigby after that. As Ryder Young climbs into the right side, he is having a good day, you could say. How are you putting it lightly? A RBI single in the first to score 2 runs, get Sox on the board, and then a double in the third. He came out to score, and that kind of sparked the rally from there in the 3rd inning to tally 3 runs. As Bloodworth still on the mound for the Falcons, pitch to Young, a fastball right on the thigh. That stung, and that's a leadoff hit by pitch for Ryder Young.
Hey, continues his on-base streak, of this ball game. Now it's reached every single time today, and like you said earlier, Smith, we talked in this broadcast, is the Sox have a lot of 2-out rallies today. They've done a great job with that, and that's what you want in postseason baseball. Is you want to work with what you're given. Yeah, you have 2 outs, but you don't just throw out your cards. You keep on dealing. That's what they're doing today.
Speaking of a guy who's dealing, Zaki, like we mentioned, learned to play blackjack from James Castanola. And he's coming up here with no outs and a runner on. He's 0 for 2 today. Strikeout and a flyout. Bloodworth, the kick and the pitch. Fastball way high, way outside. It's ball 1 on Saki.
Yeah, hitless today, but he's due soon. You know it's going to come.
And we said a couple times, Saki, your Watanabe Award winner. Obviously, one of the best personalities on this team. And it finally pays off in his 3rd year. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And another fastball, and it misses low and away this time for ball 2.
Winds starting to pick up here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, blowing out towards left field as usual here.
2 balls, no strikes on Saki with a runner on first base. That's Ryder Young. Sox leading 7-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Bloodworth, here's a pitch. And that's on the outside corner. Saki takes, and strike 1. And here come the jeers from the crowd. Kind of a staple at Paul Thomas. Crowd loves to let the umpires hear it.
Yeah.
That's 2 balls, 1 strike. Bloodworth, here's the offering. High and away, ball 3 on Saki.
And there's some fields in the West Coast League where the stands are a bit farther off the field. Here at Paul Thomas, you're pretty much right behind home plate or on the baselines.
I don't know if you've called up in Kamloops yet, but though that press box is basically in the stands, basically like the 3rd row. Here's 3-1 pitch. On ground ball to second. McNeil, he grabs it, doesn't have a play at second, so he just options it to first for the outs, but Ryder Young advances to second base. But in Kamloops, you're basically just in the crowd. I remember I had a crowd mic with me there in Kamloops, and I just ended up not even using it.
Yeah.
Because if you use it, you'll end up hearing things you don't want to hear. And so I just ended up just using my headset, and I picked up enough. That was pretty good. It was a great environment, I do got to admit. Like, for a ballpark that doesn't, it's not the biggest, can't fit the most fans, they really make it feel like you are just in a huge ballpark with tons and tons of fans. Here's Paxton Bigby with 1 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bloodworth glances at second, now delivers. Goes to the fastball and goes too far under the zone. Is ball 1.
Yeah, I commend you, Smith, for erring on the side of caution there.
It was fun. It was a fun 3 games there. You get the sweep. Game 1 was a little dicey. You won it 6-5 and almost blew it in the 9th. There was Noah Sorensen on the mound. There's the 1-0. And the fastball way outside, spits away from Cunningham to the backstop. Ryder Young will skip into 3rd, and now he's 90 feet away.
A lot of balls in the dirt today. Not all of that is, Cunningham's fault of letting that past him. It's just the pitcher struggling to find the zone. And the Sox, who have decent speed, taking advantage of that.
And Cunningham went out to talk to Bloodworth, get him to calm down a little bit. Missed him with the fastball pretty badly. It's 2 balls, no strikes on Bigby, who's hit a real hot streak coming into playoffs. Went 2 for 4 last night. You look at his last 5 regular season games, he batted .333 on the dots. Really hit his stride. Here's the pitch. On the hands, he fouls it back to the netting, and the count moves to 2-1.
Taking a look at the Bellingham game right now, they lead 3-1 over Nanaimo on the top of the 7th.
All AppleSox fans are going to be keeping their eye on that game. The Nanaimo won last night. If they win tonight, they would win the series. Here's a 2-1 pitch to Bigby. Line drive, left center field, falling fast, and that's in for a base hit. That will score Ryder Young. Paxton Bigby does it again. Another RBI single. It's 8-1 Sox.
Great piece of hitting there. Also good base running by Ryder Young to look back. He was going to tag just in case to make sure that he would score no matter if it was a hit or a sacrifice fly.
Here comes pitching coach for Kelowna to have a talk with Bloodworth, who is the first man in relief for the Falcons today. It was Zobel to start the game, and now Bloodworth taking over. And, of course, this mound visit brought to you by People's Bank. People's Bank wants to help you buy your dream home, from buying the land to building the house. Local lenders and local decisions. Welcome home. Welcome to People's Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. And that RBI single from Bigby extends the lead for the AppleSox. It's now 8-1 in Game 2 of the series. The Sox won last night 9-0 in the very first game of the 2026 postseason for the Sox. And they've set themselves up now for a series win here today. And if they do, then they will be playing for the North Division Championship game. That'll be on Tuesday, and that would be either Nanaimo or Bellingham. Here's a pitch to Vassar. And it's a fastball low and away. He holds up on it, and it's ball one. And, of course, the question is, who do you want? Do you want Nanaimo or do you want to play Bellingham if you were to get to that championship game? And probably a lot of fans would want Bellingham for the rivalry. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Sky to right field. It's got the height but does not have the distance. Brzezowski underneath it for the catch. Bigby holds at first. It's out number 2.
And then, on the other hand, Nanaimo, probably the easier matchup. You can say that with air quotes because in baseball, in the West Coast League especially, there's not always a true favorite. You never know what's going to happen in a ball game. You didn't think that Nanaimo would come away with a Game 1 win yesterday over Bellingham, so you never know.
I will say, either one will make for an exciting matchup. Bellingham, obviously, there's history there.
Yeah.
There's some wounds there between these two teams in years prior. Here's Raphael Dunn with 2 outs and 1 on. That's Bigby there at first. And he takes off for second base. Pitch is high, foot first slide, and they got him. Burnham covering from short, spun and slapped the tag on Bigby. Got a little greedy. He was looking for his second stolen base today, but he's cut down, and that's out number 3 here in the 5th. But hey, the Sox able to put some insurance on the board. They get 1 run off of 1 hit, no errors, and they leave nobody on base. 8-1 Sox leading as we head to the top of the 6th inning here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
AppleSox fans, if a foul ball leaves a ding or dent in your car or truck, take it to Earhart's Collision and Automotive Service. Family owned, Earhart's Collision and Automotive Service will give you a free estimate and will handle all the paperwork. If you need auto repair, they can do that too, including checking the air conditioner, oil changes, tune-ups, diagnostics, and more. Earhart's Collision and Automotive Service.
Still at 1422 North Miller, Suite A in Wenatchee.
Chevy. We're gonna take a ride. We're going down to Easy's Burgers, where the food is dynamite. Easy's Burgers. Easy's Burgers, oh yeah. Fast, friendly, and delicious. They really do it right. Serving up those burgers every day and every night. Big kids, little kids, mom and dad too. Easy's Burgers. Made fresh for you.
When you need prescriptions filled, visit Wenatchee Clinic Pharmacy. Locally owned and in business since 1945, Wenatchee Clinic Pharmacy is your friendly Health Mart pharmacy ready to serve you. They've made it their goal to meet the special healthcare needs of families throughout North Central Washington. Stop in or use their convenient drive-thru to get all your questions answered and prescriptions filled. Wenatchee Clinic Pharmacy, 509-662-5801 and at 820 North Chelan.
Brzezowski leads off for the Falcons here, top of the 6th. The offering from Sato is a slider away. A weak wave and a miss from Brzezowski, and that's strike 1. 0-1 count on Brzezowski, your starting right fielder. Pitch from Sato. Another bender. He bends it into the zone. It's strike 2 now on Brzezowski.
Brzezowski, honestly, the player of the game for Kelowna so far. I mean, he was the first base runner in this ball game, came in the first and a double in the 4th, our only extra base hit.
Sato for the strikeouts. He got him. Swings and misses on a pitch in the dirt. Saki scoops it up, throws to first to complete it, and that is out number 1.
Yeah, great pitch there. All he needed was 3 pitches, gets an out.
And that's the 5th strikeout tonight for the pitching staff for Wenatchee. 4 from DeMarco, now 1 from Sato, and that wins free socks for fans here at the ballpark. And it drags up Ashton Graff Rowe. He starts at third base today for the Falcons. He's 0 for 2. Struck out swinging in the first, and then grounded into that double play we saw in the 4th, where he grounded to Dunn. Dunn dove to smother it, and then threw to first and throw it home to get the out. Here's the first pitch to Rowe. Slider goes after it, hits it foul down the third base line, right to the third base coach.
Sorry, guys.
It's a nice, comfortable day here in Wenatchee.
Yeah.
79 degrees. And that smoke, kind of, there's some little hints of it still left. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Line drive, right field, but right at Noah Fields. It had enough backspin to carry out to him. Barely had to move, makes the catch, and that's out number 2.
Yeah, an inside-out swing there, honestly, just a bit of a chop. There was no elevation at all to his swing, just fully around.
You know, the smoke was really bad during that Port Angeles and Bellingham series. And then, you know, past few days it was really bad for Victoria, and you had to cancel 2 of those games against Victoria. You played the first one, and then the next 2 were just too much, getting smoked out. And now it's kind of cleared up here in the valley. Here's the first pitch to Eberwein. And that's the slider, just a hair outside for a ball. But of course, you still got the lingering smoke, and it kind of makes a blanket, basically. It makes it muggy. It was kind of muggy earlier today. Now it's cooling off a bit. Here's the 1-0. Fastball on the corner for a strike.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it looks like the smoke is going to roll in a bit. Not as bad as what it's been, but it's still going to stay down and bog down the valley.
Terrible. 1-0 count on Eberwein. Sato's pitch. There's that slider, and it's in there for a strike. So now 2 strikes on Eberwein. Sato on the verge of a 3-up, 3-down inning. And he shakes off Saki. Now agrees. For a 3-up, 3-down frame. And a slider outside, and that's ball 2. And like we said, the Sox wearing their baby blue jerseys with the white pants. The Falcons in their all-gray jerseys. Eberwein with some bright yellow batting gloves. 2-2 pitch from Sato. Ground ball right to Dunn. Bounces to him. He makes the throw, completes the out, and that's the side sat down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. The Sox held on to that 7-1 lead, and we're into the bottom of the 6th here in Wenatchee on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Come experience the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing at Pybus Public Market, your family-friendly destination for exceptional craft beer, great food, and a welcoming atmosphere. With 20 rotating taps featuring Hellbent craft brews.
Tee it up at the Three Lakes Golf Club in Malaga. Give us a call for your next tee time. Visit threelakesgolf.com.
Proving their philanthropic heart by supporting over 70 local organizations across Chelan, Douglas, and Grant counties, including our very own Wenatchee AppleSox. Locally grown and deeply committed, Salcedo continues to invest in everything that makes our valley home. Thank you, Salcedo Group of Companies.
NCW.News is your source for accurate and intensely local news across North Central Washington. Part of Ward Media, an independent company committed to local journalism, NCW.News provides stories from our network-respected community newspapers. Stay informed with news from the Lake Chelan Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.News and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit NCW.News for local news you can trust.
2 1/3 innings. That's what Bloodworth spun in relief for the Falcons today. He gave up 1 hit, 1 run, didn't walk anybody, and did strike out 2 men. Now he hands it off for Eddie Delansky, right-hander. He's 6'2", 185 pounds. He's a sophomore from Erie, Pennsylvania, currently at Niagara University. And he's got the top of the order. Raphael Dunn, Noah Fields, and Landon White, your 1, 2, and 3 hole hitters. These are the first people he'll face here in the bottom of the 6th in relief. Sox lead 8-1 here in Wenatchee, game 2. That's Delansky from the stretch with no one on. Here's a pitch. Fastball, a mile high. It misses for a ball. And Dunn continuing his at-bat from the 5th. Now, Bigby was caught stealing for out number 3. So now Dunn gets to resume it. And it's Delansky who picks up the slack from Bloodworth. 1-0 count. Pitch on the way. And the fastball, Dunn late on it. Hits it to the left side and foul.
Yeah, Bigby tried for his second stolen base, like he said, Smith, and he got his first one, and it was kind of a rush. You gotta get it again, and he tried it, but it came unfruitful this time.
And Bigby was put into high gear to get that first stolen base. He's a heavier man, bigger guy, harder to get all that mass moving. 1-1 count on Dunn. Delansky kicks and deals. Serves is up to left field, high to the alleyway. As Coyle cuts it off, he's there for the catch, and that's out number 1.
A bit of a golf swing there. Has to just loft that fastball up. It's clipped at bottom wrong, and he gets a good barrel to it, but serves it up right to Coyle.
Well, here comes Noah Fields. Hitless today, but he's reached base twice and scored twice as well. He reached on error in the first, hit by a pitch in the second. Both times came around to score, and then flew out to right field in the third. He'd like his first hit of the ball game. He extended his on-base streak to 11 games. He's got 1 out, no one on. The offering from Delansky is a fastball inside, kind of grazed his jersey. It's ball 1. Yeah, Fields similarly was hitless last night, 0 for 4. Struck out twice, but was hit by a pitch, and thus why his on-base streak was able to continue. He's got 1 ball here. Delansky, the right-hander. The breath and the pitch. Slider misses under the zone by about a millimeter, and that is ball 1.
Dan Smith, today also is Hawaiian night, brought to you by Sunny FM. And so on top of that, after the game, they'll be doing coconut bowling. Whoever, knocks down the most pins gets a trip to Hawaii.
Well, so 2 balls, no strikes on Noah Fields. Next offering, a check swing on a pitch in the turf. They check down, and yes, he did go around. It's strike 1. So 2-1 the count on Fields. Delansky looks in to get his signs. Comes set. 1 out, no one on here in the 6th. Sox leading 8-1. Here's the offering. Ground ball shot through the left side and into left field. Noah Fields picks up his first hit of the ball game and his first hit in the postseason here in 2026.
Yeah, great barrel for him there. So 1 hopper through the 6th hole, cannot ask for anything better.
Number 22, Landon White.
That's Landon White. Came up huge for the Sox in the 2nd. A 2-run, bases clearing, RBI double. And that's the only hit he has today. He's 1 for 3. He's a right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher Delansky. And they got a runner on first base. That's Noah Fields with that single just a second ago. Sox lean by 7 runs. It's 8-1 here. It's Delansky. Kick and deal. Fastball ran a bit too far inside, and it's a ball on White.
Yeah, White, your hits leader, now gets to number 50 with that double today.
He has just been impressive. Doesn't even begin to scratch the surface of this season for Landon White here with the Sox. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch from Delansky. A sword swing on a slider low, and that evens the count at 1s. And Landon White has had some pretty high highs and some not crazy low lows. I mean, his start to the season was a little slow and then really picked up. And when he's hot, he is red hot, and he's carrying that into the playoffs. Here's the 1-1. Off the hands, a weak chopper up the middle. Burnham takes it himself at second. steps on the base, throws to first, an unassisted double play by Burnham, and that retires the side in order. And the Sox go 3 up and 3 down. No runs off of 1 hit, though. No errors. Nobody left on base. They still lead it, though. It's 8-1 as we're heading into the 7th inning here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
AppleSox fans, summers are hot, and the last thing you want is to turn on your car's AC and out blows hot air. Get your air conditioner recharged at Mid-Valley Automotive for just $287.74. And keep cool. This includes 2 pounds of 134A Freon. Mid-Valley Automotive works on all foreign and domestic models. Mid-Valley Automotive, 270 East Penny Road in Wenatchee.
This summer, splash your cares away and create unforgettable memories. Treat your family and friends to Slidewaters Lake Chelan. Overlooking the majestic Lake Chelan Valley, Slidewaters is your one-stop vacation paradise with 11 fun-filled water slides. Cruise down the downhill racers, slide down the completely enclosed Purple Haze, float down the Lazy River, and the kids will love the Aqua Zoo. Their well-trained, friendly staff will ensure your stay is safe and lots of fun. Slidewaters Lake Chelan, now open through Labor Day. Visit slidewaters.com for more information.
Hear that? That's the plumpest, juiciest hot dogs you've ever seen getting their grill on. But we both know what'll make it sound even better. Oh yeah, it's a Pepsi to go with your hot dog. Because when you're chomping on America's favorite meal, relish, mustard, and onions perfectly blending into a crescendo of flavor, there's only one thing that makes everything about that moment better. A cold, refreshing Pepsi. See what I mean? It's like music to my ears. Hot dogs. Better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
And Josh Cunningham leads off for the Falcons here, top of the 7th inning. Game 2, Sox lead 8-1. Sato's still on the mound as he winds and delivers. And the fastball is a hair upstairs, and that's ball 1 on Cunningham. Sato gets his signs from the windup, steps back, and delivers. Swings his hit straight back and foul. The count evens at 1.
Hitless today, pair of ground outs. He's looking for his first hit today and try and start off this 7th as Kelowna in a bit of a hole.
And Cunningham 0 for 2 today. Pair of ground outs. First one was to Vassar. The second one was to Bigby at first. As Cunningham readjusting the straps on his leg guard on his right leg. He's a left-hand batter. Kid from Seattle University. The 1-1 pitch. Wave and a miss on the changeup. And that's why Sato's the crafty righty. That changeup dropping down to 77 miles an hour, just floating in. He's got 2 strikes on Cunningham. He'd like to start the inning with a punch-out. Sato for his second tonight. And the slider missed pretty well outside, pretty low. And that's ball 2.
And the Sox have David Barnes warming up in their bullpen for when Sato is done.
He's got 2 strikes here on Cunningham. With no outs here in the top of the 7th. He got him swinging, and there goes the bats. Strike 3 swinging. The bat ejects from the hands of Cunningham. That's how things start out here in the 7th.
Holy cow, wow. What a way. I mean, you get strikeout, and then you get him to throw his bat as well. Man, it's a highlight reel play. And, you know, Sato's joking around with his infield about what just happened.
Cunningham was doing his best Randy Rosarena impersonation. You know, Randy Rosarena is kind of known for when he strikes out badly, he just throws the bat with it as well. And here comes next batter. It is Austin Coyle. Fouls off the first pitch for a strike back to the Nets. But yeah, that was an interesting one. I mean, Cunningham's got batting gloves on. Don't know what was necessarily slippery on the handle. And just real bad swing and a miss, and then just chucked the twig with it as well.
Was it Bellingham when then they had chucked the bat, I think, back-to-back ABs?
Yeah, I think I remember that. It was here at home. We haven't seen it all that much this year.
No.
Only a few times. So when it happens, it's pretty exciting. You're just like, whoa, what just happened? But yeah, you got Austin Coyle up here now, 0-1 the count. He's 1 for 2 today, single in the 5th, and was able to come around to score later in that inning, an RBI single from Boogie McNeil. And Sato lines and delivers. Slider dropped it in for a strike, and now he's got 2 strikes on Coyle.
That slider's looking great today. Whatever issues he had against Bellingham seemed to have fixed that there.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and no one on. Here, top of the 7th inning. It's 8-1, Sox leading in Game 2. Sato, here's a pitch. A check swing on a pitch low and away. He does not go. Sato was hoping for the punch out. He's grinning as he walks back to the mound. And it's the first ball on Coyle.
Yeah, Sato, a big glue guy in the AppleSox, dugout there. They all love him.
And he started with Bellingham last year. Made the move to Wenatchee this season. 1-2 count here on Coyle. Pitch from Sato. Ground ball down the third base line. Castagnolo thought about giving it a look, and he collides with the third base umpire, but it's foul, and the count stays put at 1-2.
And he actually pitched against the Sox in the postseason in this series last year.
And the Sox sent home empty-handed in that series last year. Lost at Joe Martin Field. 1-2 count here on Coyle. With 1 out, Sato, here's the pitch. And the slider just too low and 2 away. Count evens at 2s.
It was a heartbreaker last year as well. A play at the plate ended it last year, as it was a walk-off hit. Kano Morisaki tried to get the tag down in time, and it could have gone either way, but Bellingham got the call.
Here's a 2-2 to Coyle. On the hands, shot foul right into the AppleSox dugout. They duck for cover. And again, the count staying put at 2s. And the Bells and the Sox, a lot of, not necessarily bad blood, but just 2 teams that are really good in the North, are often playing each other in the postseason, and that's just what happens when you play each other a lot in playoff baseball. You tend to build that rivalry. 2-2 pitch again. Slider skied a mile high to center field. Doyle looks like he might be losing it in the lights. He did. It gets behind him. And now Coyle on his way around second into third. He's there standing. What should have been a routine fly ball to center field is a stand-up triple for Coyle. And the Falcons have their second run just 90 feet away.
Man, I mean, you don't see that happen much by Zach Doyle. Usually lights out defensively. But, man, I mean, the lights, there's no clouds in the sky, which sometimes the clouds offer some extra backdrop on a ball. You're able to see it, but against the darkening night sky, it's going to be hard to pick up that ball.
And we're getting into the dog days of summer. We're here in August, and days are starting to get a little bit shorter now. Ballpark getting darker sooner. It's only 8:42 p.m. here. And here's Moreno with a runner on third. And pitch to him. Slider just eludes the outside corner for a ball. And so now, like you said, it's a bit darker sky. Lights have come on, and that ball was hit truly a mile high. If it gets above the lights, it can be hard to see, so you can't blame Doyle too much. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Line drive to shallow center field, falling fast, and it falls in front of Doyle. Coyle comes home to score, 8-2. The Falcons able to chip away slowly but surely.
I mean, Kelowna slowly chipping away, but one could say it could be too little, too late. We'll see, as this game still has some time left in it.
Boogie McNeil.
Here's Boogie. Boogie McNeil. It's funny, technically it's a nickname, but on the official roster, it's Boogie. It's not Jaden, his actual name. It's Boogie. Here's a pitch from Sato. Line drive ripped to right field. That falls in, and they're going to wave Moreno around second. He hesitated after hitting the bag, but he's into third easily. The relay cut off by Dunn. That's a single from McNeil, and now the Falcons have him on the corners.
A bit of a hot streak in the 7th. And the Sox do have David Barnes warming up so they can throw him in whenever they need to. They're going to try and stick with Chihiro and see if he can get out of the jam.
And you start this inning off with that strikeout to Cunningham, where he just threw the bat along with it. And then the triple from Coyle, the single from Moreno to score him, and now the single from McNeil as Morisaki goes out to talk to Saki. This mound visit brought to you by this day in baseball history, presented by NCW News, the NCW News Network, accurate and intensely local news for North Central Washington. Check ncw.news for community stories every day. As it brings up pinch hitter for the Falcons, it's Riley Keeley batting in place of Bloodworth. And Sato gets his signs and delivers to Keeley. Goes to the slider again. It's in there for a strike. So on this day, August 8th, back in 2014, so 12 years ago, the AppleSox surrendered a 4-run lead in the top of the 8th, but scored twice in the bottom of the frame to defeat the Yakima Valley Pippins 8-6 at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Sato winds and delivers the 1-0. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball, and the count evens. The count goes to 0-2. 8 Pippins hitters came to the plate and helped Yakima Valley score 4 times to tie the game up 6-6. But Ty Jackson hit a game-winning RBI single in the bottom of the 8th before scoring on a double from Michael McCann a batter later. 2 strikes here on Keeley. Sato from the stretch. He delivers. This is roped down the right field line, but it hooks foul and bounces to the Falcons' bullpen. And then future MLB pitcher Drew Rasmussen surrendered 2 runs in 5 innings, but picked up the no decision. And that's this day in baseball history, presented by NCW News. Still 2 strikes here on Keeley, with runners on the corners. Sato kicks and deals. Slider low and away, and it's ball 1. And you hear the crowd here saying no justice for Chihiro Sato.
Honestly, the right call there. A ball off the plate.
Still fun to hear the crowd get involved. 1-2 count. The offering. Locked him up with the slider. Plopped it in. Keeley just watches it for strike 3. It's the second tonight for Sato. The third tonight for Sato. And now there's 2 outs.
Yeah, beautifully painted there. Of course, didn't get the call on that last pitch, and he just does not let that get to him. Throws another slider bottom half of the zone, and not much Quealy can do there.
Here comes Cade Burnham. 2 outs, 2 on, both on the corners. Sato will pick off softly to first base, and McNeil in without a slide. And the Falcons have already struck for 1 run here in the 7th. And Sato delivers to Burnham. Again, the slider, and again, it's in there for a strike.
Honestly, his slider is better than the fastball right now.
Great command with the breaking pitch. Runners on the corners here. McNeil at first, Moreno at third. 1-1 the count. Pitch to McNeil. Slider in there for a strike again. Now 2 strikes on Burnham. Sato would like to slam the door. He'd like to strand those runners on the corners, limit the damage. He's set from the stretch. The pitch. High line drive down the left field line. Young goes over, reaches up, and makes the catch for the 3rd and final out of the frame. Falcons able to get 1 run back here in the 7th off of 3 hits. No errors, but they leave 2 men out on base. It's 8-2. Sox still up by 6. But it's time to stretch here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. We'll be back on for some more AppleSox baseball here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Your teenage years are full of unknowns. Your bank shouldn't be one of them. With People's Bank Teen Access Checking, account holders can build healthy money habits while learning to manage their spending. There are no monthly service charges, no balance requirements, and if the parent or guardian has an existing People's Bank account, adding Teen Access takes less than 10 minutes. You know your teen, we know banking. Teen Access Checking from People's Bank. Easy for them, easier for you. Member FDIC.
Hi folks, Kelly Herschel from Valley Tractor and Rentals, your one-stop Kubota shop. Kubota and Valley Tractor is keeping it simple. You want the best-selling compact tractor? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact excavator? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact skid steer? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling diesel zero-turn mower? Buy a Kubota. You want the best? Buy a Kubota. Kubota and Valley Tractor since 1948, Baker Flats, East Wenatchee.
Get drawn for Raceway Riches at 12 Tribes Casinos, and your horse will be a guaranteed winner. One lucky guest will be drawn every hour from 5 to 10 p.m. to watch their horse barrel down our Clinco Hill to win up to $5,000 every Friday and Saturday in July and August. Then on August 29th, get drawn for the finale to share in a total of $55,000 at 12 Tribes Omak Casino Hotel, Lake Chelan Casino, and Cooley Dam Casino. 12 Tribes Casinos. Far from the ordinary. Close to the adventure. Gambling problem? Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-522-4700.
Into the bottom of the 7th here in Game 2, and the Falcons call to the pen. This call to the pen brought to you by the Tap Room by Hellbent. Are you ready to embark on a flavor-filled journey right in the heart of the Wenatchee Valley? Well, look no further than the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing, where the vibrant energy of Pybus Market meets a delightful world of craft beer and gourmet cuisine. So after just 1 inning in relief, Eddie Delansky is done for the Falcons. He gave up 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and didn't strike anybody out. Now he gives way for Aiden Ennis, the right-hander, 6'4", 215 pounds, a sophomore from Scarborough, Ontario. Ontario. He's making his 20th appearance of the summer, a .93 ERA. He has been lethal in relief, all 20 of his outings in relief. And, of course, he's got Zach Doyle here who leads off in the bottom of the 7th. Sox leading 8-2 as Ennis from the stretch delivers to Doyle. And has fouled back off the end of the bat to Cunningham glove. It's strike one on Doyle.
And Doyle looking to start them for the Sox here. 8-2 right now. They have the lead, but wouldn't mind some more cushion.
0-1 the count with no outs and no one on. Doyle leading off. The 0-1 pitch misses a mile outside. It's ball one. And Ennis 32 strikeouts this year to only 4 walks. Wow. If you want to talk about an impressive strikeout to walk ratio, Ennis has got it. And he's got an even count here on Doyle. Here's the kick and here's the pitch. Fought off the hands, straight up and straight back foul. And the Sox are familiar with Ennis. He came in and pitched against them for 2 games when the Falcons were here for that home series. And he also pitched against the Sox when they were up in Elk Stadium for that series, where the Sox swept them. And he's got 2 strikes here on Doyle. Still no one on, still no one out. Here's a pitch. Wave and a miss on the changeup away from him. And that's how the day starts for Ennis. Gets a swinging strikeout on Doyle.
And that's how the famous Steve came as well. Because, Ennis pregame had, switched his jersey, so he wasn't on the lineup. We didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
So he became Steve.
You see, this has happened sometimes in West Coast League Baseball. Guys switch numbers, switch jerseys. Sox do it all the time. And you just don't know who a guy is.
No.
Here's number 5. You don't know who this guy is, though. But here's first pitch. It's James Castanola. And that's in there for a strike. And so he came in, I believe he was wearing number 35. And we had number 35 on the roster, but he was not.
I think it was a catcher.
It was a catcher. We're like, this is not the right guy. And we had to do some sleuthing to figure out who it was. And now the 0-1 on the way to Castanola. Slider away. It skips in the turf for a ball. And so for the time being, you got to call him something. You can't just be like, oh, here's number 35 for the Falcons. That's boring, right? So we called him Steve. Didn't last too long. Then we found out it was Aiden Ennis. And thus Steve was born. Here's the 1-1. Castanola, line drive over Boogie's head at second base. Just gets over the tip of his leather into right for a single. And, man, McNeil climbing the ladder just couldn't quite get to the top rung.
And with that, too, it's Castanola's first hit of the ball game. He was hitless today, 2 strikeouts and a flyout. But now able to get that there and quite a hit, too.
And he extends his on-base streak to 26 games. And it brings up Ryder Young. Castanola's is one of those guys you might forget that he's got a 25-game on-base streak, now 26. He just kind of does it quietly. He's captain consistent for the AppleSox. He always shows up game after game. As now, Ennis set with a runner on first, the pitch to Young. And that tickles the bottom rung, and that's strike one. And the Sox lead 8-2 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Falcons able to claw one back there in the top half of this frame. And the Sox would like to take it right back. 0-1 count on Young. Ennis, the pitch. Waves at the slider away. He fouls it off the ground and off his body for strike 2. And they're going to let Ryder Young take a walk here and collect himself.
I think that honestly might have bounced back and hit his chin guard. He takes his helmet off, kind of readjusts his hair, but settles back in with an 0-2 count.
Yeah, the helmet for Ryder Young, the Gonzaga helmets, GU, with the chin guard on it. Most of the guys here for the AppleSox have helmets from their school they play with in the spring. So Young, Santiago, and White all have their GU buckets on. And it's now 2 strikes on Young with runner on. Ennis, 4 of the strikeouts. And he misses with a breaking ball low. It's ball 1.
And then there are a couple of, AppleSox helmets. Kanye Waduni was one of the guys who donned that because, of course, he just graduated from high school, so he does not have a college helmet yet.
1-2 the count on Young. Ennis for the punch out. Ground ball to third. Rowe has to give some ground on it. Throws to second for the out. The relay to first just goes into the Falcons' dugouts, but it hits off the netting. So Ryder Young able to break up the double play, and he'll be on first base.
And now it is Akani Owuduni. He's in a pinch hit for Kano Morisaki.
Attention, please. Pitching for the AppleSox. Number 8, Akani Owaduni.
Like you said, Jackson, Owaduni batting in lieu of Morisaki. Won the Tommy Watanabe Award earlier today. And Morisaki 0 for 3. So trying to get someone else in here to do a job. Here's the pitch. Ran inside on him, a check swing, clips off his bat, and foul. And this is a good example of, you had the old school to start the game, and now you got the new school. Owaduni fresh out of high school. Morisaki finishing up his 3rd year at Cal State Bakersfield. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Weekly shot off the hands to second for Boogie, who scoops and throws, and there's out number 3. And the Sox are held scoreless here in the 7th, off of 1 hit, no errors, so they do leave 1 man on base. And we're into the 8th inning here. Game 2 of the series. Sox leading 8-2 on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Jeff is back from the Country Inn Family Restaurant. You have prime rib on Friday and Saturday.
Always Friday and Saturday. He's tired of barbecuing. Come on out and let me do the cooking. We got slow roasted prime ribs served up Friday and Saturday night. I start serving it around 3:30, 4 o'clock until we run out.
And remember, if you're hungry like me, early in the morning, guess who's open up for breakfast 7 days a week?
Down here at the Country Inn.
Off Valley Mall Parkway in East Wenatchee, the Country Inn Family Restaurant. How long have you been in business?
Going on over 40 years tonight.
The 12 tribes have always roamed these lands. And today, guests at 12 Tribes Lake Chelan Casino follow in those footsteps, sharing with friends and family, gathering for games and celebrations. Here, where it's far from the ordinary and close to the adventure, the freedom to explore still whispers to those who listen.
Shoe Shop. I want to say thank you, Wenatchee. Thank you for continuing to choose us for your footwear needs. Thank you for trusting us to clean, shine, protect, or even stitch or stretch your favorite pair of shoes or boots. Thank you for giving us the time to size your feet correctly to find your next favorite pair. Thank you for supporting American Shoe Shop the same way we hope our shoes are supporting you. American Shoe Shop, downtown Wenatchee, serving your footwear needs since 1920.
8-4-1.
And the Sox were held scoreless there in the bottom of the 7th, but they still lead this game. It's 8-2 in Game 2 of the series versus the Falcons. They win here today. They'll be going on to play for a North Division Championship, and right now they just need to coast their way through the 9th to punch their ticket to that championship game. We're into the 8th inning, and on the play-by-play, who else but Jackson Dodd?
Thank you, Smith. Appreciate you. And a new bump for the Sox. It's David Barnes, and last outing he only had an inning was on a pitch count. See how deep he goes today. And Smith, give us a little background on Barnes here.
Absolutely. Looking at Barnes, he's a sophomore from Spokane and went to Spokane Falls. Now he's committed to Gonzaga for next year, so there's a bit of that pipeline there.
Yeah.
So he's going from Spokane Falls to Gonzaga in the same city, and he's returned to Wenatchee. Pitched with them last year, now here for the postseason.
Great to have him as Kate Profsky leads it off. Barnes set, lifts his leg and deals. The first pitch fastball blown by him for strike 1.
And 91 miles an hour center cuts. And Barnes, taking a page out of the Quincy Vassar, playbook. Just attacking with the fastball.
And now Connie Owaduni again, catching balls and strikes in place for Kano Morisaki. The 0-1 pitch from the righty. Hit it off the plate, and the count evens at once.
And of course, this is Barnes' second appearance of the summer. Came in Game 1 against Victoria. Only pitched an inning, though, and held them scoreless.
1 ball, 1 strike. Wind whipping out to right field. Here's the pitch. Fastball's outside, ball 2.
And Barnes, apparently, before every game, he has to drink a Monster. It's kind of a superstition.
Is it a white Monster?
We don't know that.
That's a great question. 2 balls, 1 strike. Then pitch on the way from the righty. Fastball finishes inside, skips away from Owaduni, and the count's at 3-1.
I will say, I think the White Monster might be the best flavor. That, or they think it's like the Ultra Peachy Keen. It's like that artificial peach flavoring. I love it. So those are like the two best ones.
3 balls, 1 strike. The breath in the pitch. Fastball below the knees, ball 4 and a leadoff walk to start off this 8th. And Smith, I've never had a white Monster. How would you describe that flavor? Because it just says white Monster usually.
So you see, it doesn't really have a flavor. It's just kind of, you ever had the mystery, Airheads?
Yeah.
That's the flavor, basically.
Okay.
It's a mystery flavor.
You just never know.
You never know. The best way I can describe it is like Sprite if it didn't taste like lemons or wine.
Okay, okay.
If that makes sense to you.
I think I have an idea of it. I'll have to try it now just because I'm curious. But now it's Ashton Graff Rowe with a man on first base and no outs. A box called on David Barnes. They say he moved early. He's asking for clarification. And that'll hand Profsky a spot in scoring position.
And we say the two worst things to do as a pitcher, balking and walking. And Barnes has done both of them here. He's walked and he's balked Przowski all the way over to second base.
And, with this pause, take a look at the WCL scoreboard report. Take a look. Bellingham won tonight, Smith, 3-1. And so now they're going into Game 3 at Joe Martin Field. And that's your decider. We're really kind of holding on to our seats here, figuring out how's this game going to finish up.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do if you're in Nanaimo is force a series decider against Bellingham. If Bellingham's good at anything, it's pulling out close games. It's pulling out meaningful games. You saw it when they played against the Sox here at home, just a few series ago. They're a team that can be really pesky, and they're a good team. They're a good team, and they will make you pay when it matters.
And then Richfield's leading right now 8-6 over Portland. And then Walla Walla leads 3-2 over Corvallis. And Corvallis had the win last night, so that should go to a Game 3 as long as it stays how it is right now. And, of course, there's no pitch yet on Ashton Graff Rowe, so it's an 0-0 count, no outs, and a man at second base. Barnes kicks and deals, buries the fastball in the dirt. The count's 1-0.
Man, Barnes' delivery is about as over the top as you can get. I mean, this looks like a catapult. Just firing it in there.
And with that, the fastball comes in a little flat. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball skips into the Barnes. He throws the third, tag applied by Castanola, and they get the lead runner. A heads-up play there.
Man, who said pitchers aren't athletes? Barnes. I mean, he was served up to him pretty easily on the, two skips. But he kind of made it a little close there. He looked like he was going to go to first. And then juked out Przowski, basically. And just stopped on a dime. And he threw a bullet to Castanola. That was quick. That was 90 miles an hour right to Castanola, who just right there in his wheelhouse gets the tag.
Castanola not even on the bag. So it shows that throw spot on. Nolan Eberwein. He flies this one out to center field. Doyle ranging back on the right. He holds it in for out number 2. That shows you how important that out was right there, as, Prosky could have tagged, went to third. But now it's a great situation. You got 2 outs and a runner at first.
And, as dangerous as that is to let a run score, you're still leading 8-2.
Yeah.
So the cushion's pretty good. It's got a lot of feathers in it. So even if you take one out, it's still pretty comfy.
Here's Josh Cunningham. Last time he struck out, threw his bat on that pitch as well. Barnes fires. Breaking ball nearly hits his chin, and the count's 1-0.
And Barnes gave him some shaving cream there. Gave him a nice close shave. Back him off a bit.
Some chin music.
Yeah. Buzz the tower.
Barnes' 1-0 pitch. Cunningham gets a piece of it, slaps it foul, and the count's 1-1.
I didn't think you get that pitch go up and in on you, and then 91. It's just it's a bit of an intimidation factor. It just puts you off balance for the rest of the at bat.
It at least backs you off the plate too, leaves the outer third open. Barnes kicks and deals. Fastball fouled out the glove of Owoduni. The count is now 1-2 strikes. Barnes looking for his first strikeout and finish off the 8th inning. The Sox with an 8-2 lead. Jackson, Dodd, and Smith, happy to have you in this West Coast League North Divisional Game 2. The Sox won Game 1, looking for the series win today. The 1-2 pitch. Hits him right on the shoulder. He came inside on the first pitch of the at-bat, and now that one goes all the way.
Please look at the board.
Yeah, so Barnes has had Basically 3 of like the, deadly horsemen for pitchers in this inning. A walk, a balk, and now a hit by pitch. Hasn't given up a hit, though. So if he gives up a hit here, he'd have all 4 horsemen of the apocalypse for a bad outing for a pitcher.
Yeah. I mean, he hasn't seen a lot of work so far this year in the summer. He's fairly new. And I don't believe he was pitching anywhere this summer as well before coming to the Sox, so it could be a little rusty. But again, here's Austin Coyle. Had a triple in his last at-bat. Barnes' first offering. Fastball. Low, ball 1.
And so probably goes a hit, a walk, a balk, hit by pitch, pass ball.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the other deadly sins of the pitcher? That's the question.
I think those are the main ones. You have to go to the nitty and gritty to find any others. Here's Barnes' 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, breaking ball.
I think you might be able to toss in like a botched pickoff attempt.
Oh, yeah.
That would also be one.
Another thing, too, would just be a ground ball that hits you. One ball, one strike, the pitch. He dribbles it fouled on the third base line, and the third base coach, a great play there, sliding on his knees to collect that in foul territory. Count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's runners at first and second base, Sox leading by 6. Barnes looking to close out the 8th of the strikeout. Can he do it? This pitch buried in the dirt. O'Dooney gobbles it up, and they count 2-2. And Coyle had a triple last at bat, but when you think of a triple, it really wasn't that. It was just Doyle losing it in the lights, and he was able to get to third. The 2-2 pitch. Ground ball, third base side. Sneaks past the glove of Castanola. Graffro comes home. The throw is late. Gets away from O'Dooney. Barnes on the backup now fires to second at Cunningham out of a huge lead. Dunn able to snag it. And it stays now runners first and second. The situation the same, but now Kelowna up 1 more run now. 8-3 your score.
A little bit of a circus there on that play. You get RBI single from Coyle. That's his 3rd hit today. And it's his first RBI. He came around to score on both of his other hits. Finally gets his first RBI. And, that throw in, kicking off the lip, right where the grass turns to turf around home plate.
Jaden Moreno. Runners first and second. And 2 outs. First pitch called strike. Barnes set at the belt. And the righty fires. Swing and a miss. Fastball at 90. Honestly, Barnes, 90% fastball. No balls, 2 strikes. Looking to finish it off with the K. The pitch, breaking ball's well high. No wonder he's sticking straight to the fastball.
And Barnes has gotten some 2-strike counts on a couple of these batters, but then things just kind of get away from hit by pitches, walk, hits now.
You got runners at first and second. At second, it's Cunningham. First is Coyle. The pitch. He gets a piece of it and stays alive. Count remains 1-2.
And Moreno just being a pest. Singled in the 7th. Struck out back in the 5th and then grounded out in the 2nd. So he's 1 for 3 today. This would be a pretty good time for him to go 2 for 4.
Yeah, just chased the fastball there. He's lucky he got a hold of it. 92 high and away. Hard to get back to the ball. But he manages it. And here comes the next offering. And a balk. The second by Barnes. Runners both in scoring position at second and third. Mitch Darlington not happy with what's going on. And they're going to call it to the bullpen and take Barnes out. Sox lead 8-3. We'll meet the new arm after this here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Your official radio station for the Wenatchee AppleSox is Sunny FM. KCSY Twist, the greatest hits of all time.
I have come to the conclusion that one useless man is called a disgrace, that two are called a law firm, and that three or more become a Congress. And by God, I have had this Congress.
250 years ago, the spark was lit, and a new America was forged in the flames. From the Numerica Performing Arts Center and Jamie Donegan Productions, Hot August Nights features Tony Award-winning musical 1776. July 31st through August 15th at the Numerica Pack. Tickets for 1776 now on sale at numericapack.org.
Mission Ridge, proud sponsor of AppleSox Baseball, says, let's go, Sox. Hope you're enjoying the game. Head up to the Chair 5 Pub at Mission Ridge. Open Fridays through Sundays all summer long. It's your spot for great food, local drinks, and unbeatable mountain views high above the valley. Whether you're wrapping up a day on the trails, looking to cool off from the summer heat, or just want a relaxed place to hang out with friends and family, the Chair 5 Pub delivers. Keep the good times rolling after the final inning. Visit missionridge.com to learn more.
Wenatchee businesses, step up to the plate. Firefly is your hometown MVP for managed IT and cybersecurity, protecting your time and tech since 1992. For a limited time, Firefly is offering a free vulnerability scan to help pinpoint the gaps in your security and bring clarity to your risks before they turn into errors on the scoreboard. Call 509-663-TECH today to secure your scan and stop the bad guys from stealing home.
This college football been brought to you by Valley Tractor. At Valley Tractor Rental, they promise to deliver best-in-class customer service before, during, and after the sale. And their people make sure that promise is kept. So Easton Brooks comes in for David Barnes. Smith, quick background here.
Easton Brooks, the redshirt sophomore from Hermione, Utah, who's coming in making his 6th appearance of the summer here in relief.
He comes in with a 1-2 count on Jaden Moreno. David Barnes taken out after 2 balks. The 1-2 pitch. Swinging a weak fly ball out to shallow left field in foul territory. Casanova lets it drop.
It was a pretty short cameo from Barnes. Those 2 balks. Balking and walking, like we said. Not the greatest outing relief for him.
Hit by pitching as well. It doesn't rhyme, but you got to throw it in there.
Bit of a stretch.
So you got runners at second and third, a 1-2 count, and 2 out. Sox with a comfortable lead at 8-3, but still, you just never know. Brooks, glove at the belt. He rocks back and fires the 1-2. Moreno chases the high fastball. Easton Brooks finishes off the 8th in relief. But Kelowna, they do pick up 1 run. Your score 8-3 as they leave 2 runners on base here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
We will not redraw tonight. 490.
Hey, get the goat off the AC vent. This time of year, we are right there with the goat, hanging out and trying to stay cool.
Folks can start quotes on our website, WenatcheeInsurance.com.
And you can schedule an in-person video or phone appointment. No one should have to sweat about insurance.
We are a locally owned independent agency, so we can walk people through a variety of options.
Make sure you're covered, maybe even save some money. So give us a call or text today, 509-295-9055.
And then get back to the AC with the goat.
At Banner Bank, cheering on the AppleSox is just one more way they show their appreciation for the Wenatchee Valley. When it comes to your finances, it's all about how they can help you move forward with truly personal service, smart financial solutions, and being the local expert by your side when it matters most. In fact, Banner Bank has been named one of the 100 best banks in America by Forbes for 10 straight years and one of Newsweek's best regional banks again this year. Stop by your local Wenatchee branch or visit bannerbank.com. Banner Bank member FDIC.
Hey, AppleSox fans, let's talk about community. Today's broadcast is proudly sponsored in part by the Salcedo Group of Companies, now celebrating 25 years of HVAC, electrical, integral in high-scale development excellence right here in the Valley. But Salcedo is more than business. They actively back over 70 regional schools, nonprofits, and teams. From global philanthropy to the home turf, Salcedo is proud to be locally grown and dedicated to our community. Thank you for investing in our Valley. Salcedo Group of Companies.
At Valley Tractor Rentals, they promise to deliver best-in-class service before and after the sale. The people make sure that promise is kept. Also, thank you to Slary Credit Union. They present the Wenatchee Valley Farmers Market every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the west lot of Pybus Public Market. Jackson, Dodd, Smith, Sly, the Sox nearing a possible Game 2 win in the West Coast League North Divisional Series. Paxton Bigby leads it off in the bottom half of the 8th. He takes the first pitch strike. The Sox with the lead right now. It is 8-3 at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. And a great crowd on hand tonight. Hoping to see the Sox advance. The 0-1 skips it down the third base line. Graf Rowe, cross diamond throw in time.
Man, what a play there by Rowe. And that ball was just basically flirting with the baseline. Rowe comes over, plays it basically a little bit behind third, and on the run, kind of jumps in the air and throws across his body. That was a pretty play. That's one of those ones where you're just like, man, I wish I could do that.
Got to tip your cap to him there.
Yeah.
And now it's the 9th spot, and Reese Vassar. Vassar today 0 for 2, a strikeout, a flyout, but a walk and a run scored in the 3rd. Ennis kicks in deals, and the first pitch hits off his calf, and he swings his bat and hits the home plate up. Obviously unintentional, but he gets a free pass.
Yeah, Vassar was just kind of wincing in the pain. He closed his eyes, didn't see where the home plate umpire was. Umpire went around him, behind him, to go run a ball out to Ennis. And, I mean, just, you know, Vassar was turning to throw the bat and just clipped the umpire on the leg. That's got to hurt.
Here's Raphael Dunn now. Dunn, a good day for him. 2 runs scored. He got a single, hit by a pitch, and an error in the 1st. Time called for the home plate ump. Looks like the ball was in play. He retrieves it. Want to prevent any tripping hazards. You never know what could happen. You got Vassar over at first. Decent speed. And 1 out. Ennis at the chest fires. Dunn late on the high fastball for strike 1.
And, of course, Reese there at first base is Quincy's brother. Quincy, the pitching coach for Wenatchee. That's got to be a weird relationship there.
Yeah, having your older brother as your coach.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 from Ennis on the way. Dunn takes it high. It counts 1-1, but they do have their childhood best friend, Joe Thornton, on the squad as well. And you know, we were driving to Kelowna both yesterday and then coming back today. We went through Janasket both times, and Joe was giving us the tour of the town. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss.
And Joe Thornton's a good personality to have back on this team. They missed him for that last little stretch of the second half. Now he's back here for a postseason.
I mean, he tossed the inning yesterday. It was a 3-up, 3-down there. Just managed the situation. Of course, we're trying to keep him for hopefully the North Division Championship and, fingers crossed, the WCL Championship. The 1-2 pitch. Dunn waves and misses, fouls it into the glove of Cunningham. There's the second out in the 8th. Brings up Noah Fields.
A good fastball there from Ennis, too. Kind of blew it past him on the outer edge, and just not able to reach it, get to it out there.
And you got Fields, who's, you know, first and second innings identical with Dunn. An error reached there, a run scored as well, and the second hit by pitch and then scored as well. Last at bat, he got a single, was left stranded. The first pitch outside, Cunningham. A back pick over to first, but Vassar's in there in time.
Yeah, it was 2 runs scored in the first, 2 runs scored in the second, 3 in the third, and they tacked on 1 in the 5th, and they've been held scoreless since then.
1 ball, no strikes to count with 2 outs. The man on first in the bottom half of the 8th. Sox leading 8-3. Vassar goes. The pitch is inside. Throw down by Cunningham. is offline. He just dipped it over there, but the tag is a little late.
Man, that ball was just shot out. It coming against fingertips. But, first stolen base of the year for Vassar.
Now he's in a scoring position. Possibility for another run of insurance. And as Pearson gets the sign, comes set from the stretch. Kicks and deals. Fastball's high. Ball 3, excuse me.
Well, checking on the Mariners game, it's 3-2 Rays leading, but Josh Naylor just hit his second home run.
Attaboy.
Mm-hmm.
Fields waves his bat, awaits the offering. The pitch. Spins him around. It's ball 4. A 4-pitch walk on Noah Fields. Brings up Landon White.
Yeah. Big grumper. Second dump today. And both solo shots. That's why the Mariners are losing by a run right now, 3-2 to the Rays. The Mariners right now just feels like they can't win a game.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Just simply put,
Yeah, that's it. That's the statement. Yeah.
White, a bases clearing double in the second. He's 1 for 4. Ennis fires the first offering. And a pitch clock violation, they'll say it's on Ennis. Well, it's going to be a ball. The count is 1-0. They'll reset it now. That was a no pitch. We'll do it all over. White waggles his bat. He's got a runner at first and second base and 2 outs. Ennis gets the sign and fires. White pops it up foul territory near the WVC basketball courts. And the count evens at 1s. One and 1 the count. A runner in scoring position and Sox. The 5-run lead. The pitch on the way. Ground ball over to second. McNeil toss to second base where Burnham receives it. And that is the 8th inning. The Sox leave 1 runner on base after no hits, no errors, and no runs. They lead 8-3 as they head to the top of the 9th. 3 outs away from advancing to the North Division Championship game here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Whitley Fuel Pacific Pride is proud to let you know they provide non-ethanol premium for the sensitive engine at these sites: Grand Coulee, Brewster, Okanagan, Omak, and now Twisp. Whitley Fuel also has top-tier Power Pro gasoline and premium diesel 24 hours a day and bulk DEF at the pump at the Okanagan site. With thousands of Pacific Pride sites through the country, Whitley makes it easy and convenient whether you operate one car or a fleet. Call Whitley Fuel today for your Pacific Prided card. 1-800-955-3835.
AppleSox fans, if a foul ball leaves your car with a rock chip or broken windshield, take it to Discount Auto Glass. Locally owned, Discount Auto Glass specializes in rock chip repair, windshield replacement, mobile service, window tinting, and calibration service on all makes and models. Get your rock chip repaired at Discount Auto Glass, 888-0072 and at 901 Valley Mall Parkway in East Wenatchee, across from 7-Eleven.
Discover what Premier Senior Living is all about at Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care in beautiful Wenatchee. Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care communities provide seniors with a stress-free style of living that enhances the mind, body, and spirit. There's always so much going on, from shopping trips to gardening to fitness activities. Plus, you can enjoy peace of mind knowing that trained care staff are present 24/7. Schedule a private tour experience at Blossom Valley and Blossom Creek.
3 outs away from advancing to the North Division Championship game to be played on Tuesday, August 11th. Easton Brooks, he has the rock as he's facing Boogie McNeil, Riley Queeley, and Cade Burnham, your guaranteed batters here in the top of the 9th. The first pitch, swing and a miss, fastball. The Sox lead 8-3. Jackson Dodd Smith Sly. Happy to have you along for the ride. From the windup, Brooks fires. Fastball, just high. Count evens at 1s. Wind blown out towards right here, Paul Thomas. A comfortable night. Attendance today, 1,160. The next pitch is outside. Count is at 2-1. Two balls and one strike, the count. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Two balls, two strikes. Brooks looking for back-to-back strikeouts. Came in for David Barnes in the 8th. Can he do it? The pitch. Tad low. And the count now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Brooks fires. Skipped over to third underneath the diving glove of Castanola. And a leadoff knock in the 9th.
That's what you need if you're the Falcons. You know, you're trailing by 5. It starts with 1. Get a quality at bat, start stringing them together, and then you can think about possibly tying this game.
And Kelowna's hits like that are pretty much all they've had today. It's just little dinkers that have sneaked through. They didn't have the triple today, but that was because Doyle lost it in the lights. Here's Riley Quealy. Brooks, pause, and fires. Check swing, but a called strike anyways.
And looking at some of the other games in the West Coast League right now. We mentioned Bellingham beating Nanaimo 3-1. Walla Sweets beating the Corvallis Knights 3-2. And Walla lost last night 15-5. So now a bit of a closer game in Game 2 of that series.
The 0-1 pitch from the righty. Strike 2 called. He twitches his hands, but Quilly just unable to offer at it.
And then you have the Portland and Ridgefield game, top of the 7th, 8-6. Ridgefield just leading.
Brooks looking for a K. And he gets it. Breaking ball in the dirt. Awards him his second strikeout of the outing on the first out in the 9th.
So, if everything holds true, if Ridgefield were to win today, then, and the Sox were to win here, then the Sox would be the only team to finish their series in only 2 games. Every other series would have to go to 3.
Top of the order, Cade Burnham. Brooks' first offering, ground ball, third base. Casanova to second, the throw to first, in time! The Sox move on! They finished the ball game with a 5-4-3 double play, and the Sox are headed to the West Coast League North Division Championship game. Jackson Dodd, Smith Sly, more post-game coverage coming up after this. Your final score, 8-3 on the AppleSox Radio Network.
NCW.News is your source for accurate and intensely local news across North Central Washington. Part of Ward Media, an independent company committed to local journalism, NCW.News provides stories from our network-respected community newspapers. Stay informed with news from the Lake Chelan Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.News and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit NCW.News for local news you can trust.
Hit a home run with LocalTel Communications. For over 40 years, we've been Central Washington's trusted telecom provider, delivering fast internet and reliable phone service. Whether you're streaming the big game, video chatting with loved ones, or running your business smoothly, LocalTel has you covered. Join the LocalTel family today and enjoy the best connectivity in the region. Visit us at localtel.com to learn more.
Summer starts with membership at the Rack. Pack your calendar with camp, rack, swim, and tennis lessons, summer swim team, indoor and outdoor pickleball, tennis tournaments, play programs, and so much more. It is so easy and fun for the whole family to stay active and fit all summer long when you join the Rack. Summer classes and camps are filling fast, so don't delay. Call the Rack today. That's Wenatchee Racket and Athletic Club, or use the Rack app for program registration. See all the details at rack.org or call 662-3544. The Rack, where we play every day. The Taffy Shop in Leavenworth wished the AppleSox the best on the field this season. Locally owned since 1987, the Taffy Shop has more than 100 flavors of wonderful tasting taffy. Watch the unique taffy puller demonstration as you pick out that special flavor. The Taffy Shop has nostalgic metal signs and posters, candies from the 40s and 50s, and many collectible tins. Circle the bases with a trip to the Taffy Shop in the Mottler Building at 900 Front Street in Leavenworth.
Hey, it's Stacy with the Floor Factory, is Flooring America. Whether you're looking for a small project or a large one, from special order options to our large selection of in-stock, we can help you. From the latest color and style trends or to more of a classic style, we can help you. Carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl, laminate, and even sheet vinyl. Come check out our newly updated showroom and our last chance bargain basement. They're great for do-it-yourself, or we have professional installation available too at 13 South Wenatchee Avenue. It's where friends send friends to the Floor Factory.
Need to rent a car? Remember Wenatchee Rental Cars. Locally owned and located near the airport, they offer after-hours pickup and returns are available. They rent European cars, SUVs, and 7-passenger vehicles, all equipped with all-wheel drive for safe driving. Book by calling 509-888-2397 or send a rental request at WenatcheeRentalCars.com. All vehicles are clean, dependable, and maintained by Eric's European and Asian Auto Repair.
The Sox are moving on, folks. Jackson Dodd, Smith Sly, glad to have you on this post-game show. Your final score, 8-3. The AppleSox defeated the Falcons last night, 9-0, and tonight again, 8-3. No need to play a Game 3 tomorrow night. The Sox moving on to the North Division Championship game to be played on Tuesday, August 11th at 6:35 here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium in Smith. Just what a game. What a game.
What a game indeed. I mean, the Sox score all 8 of their runs in the first 5 innings. They put on 2 in the first, 2 in the second, a 3 spot in the third, and then they put on 1 in the 5th. And then the pitching staff was able to really just keep the Falcons at arm's length that entire game. A great outing from Vincent DeMarco, the kid. He went 4 2/3 innings, allowing only 3 hits, 1 run, which was earned. He walked 1 batter, but struck out 4. And yet Chihiro Sato coming out and getting the win. Sato gets the win today with 2 1/3 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 run, which was earned, 3 strikeouts, no walks. Then David Barnes was a bit of a blip on the report here tonight. I mean, just went 2/3 of an innings, was walked 1 batter, had 2 balks, and kind of struggled in that short little stint in relief. And then Easton Brooks basically took the reins from him and rode the AppleSox over the finish line and now into the North Division Championship game, which their opponent is still up in the air. Is it going to be Nanaimo? Is it going to be Bellingham? We still got to figure out. I mean, the Bellingham Bells won today, so they forced a Game 3. And the Sox winning today, winning Game 2, like you said, they don't need to play Game 3. They proved why this was a mismatch, why this is the number 1 seed and the number 4 seed. Every other series in the West Coast League is panning out to be pretty close, but Wenatchee is showing, hey, we're the best team in the West Coast League for a reason. We did it here tonight because our pitching beat you and our bats got hot at the right time. When both those things are true, they take down anybody in the West Coast League.
One takeaway from today's ballgame is the Sox had 3 errors, and that's something you got to fix. No matter if you're playing Nanaimo or Bellingham, especially Bellingham, though, to be completely honest, Bellingham's a team who's going to take advantage of that. So you have to clean up your defense there. Of course, kind of a fluke. The Sox don't do that much. I mean, they didn't have a single error yesterday, but it is going to happen here, and the Sox really can't afford that in the postseason. Of course, they're going to move on. They're going to host the game on Tuesday, the North Division Championship game. We're going to see whether that will be Nanaimo or Bellingham as Nanaimo. Got defeated tonight. They got the win last night. It was a walk-off win, but Bellingham 3-1, your final score at Joe Martin Field there. We got some more post-game coverage coming up after this here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Link Transit is your free, clean, and safe ride to where you need to go. Whether you need to go to work, school, run errands, or taking a day trip to Leavenworth or Chelan, Link can take you there. Save gas and don't worry about parking. Plan your trip with Google Maps, Apple Maps, or the Transit app. Skip the fuss. Take the bus with Link Transit.
Come experience the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing at Pybus Public Market, your family-friendly destination for exceptional craft beer, great food, and a welcoming atmosphere. With 20 rotating taps featuring Hellbent, craft brews, and local ciders, plus a full bar and local wine list, there's something for everyone. Their chef-driven seasonal menu showcases the freshest local ingredients with bold American and Pan-Asian flavors in every dish. Open daily, visit the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing and embark on a flavor-filled journey right in the heart of the Wenatchee Valley.
Batter up for a big milestone. A proud sponsor of today's game, the Salcedo Group of Companies, is celebrating 25 years of trusted HVAC, electrical, and development work in our valley.
Beyond their expertise, Salcedo is hitting it out of the park with philanthropy, generously supporting over 70 nonprofits.